Alrighty, stream seems to be good. Alright, per usual, I'm gonna spend the next minute just linking the stream to certain places, so 1 second, anyone who is in the chat. Huh, that's a little bizarre. Why is the date for the live stream saying 2 weeks ago? Looks like YouTube is having some problems. Oh well. Per usual, I guess. What's up, everyone? This is Spirit RoseWolf, and well, it's been 2 weeks since I last did a Shin Megami Tensei livestream, or livestream period. Yeah, it's definitely been a rough time since I've been away, but you know, we kind of left on a bit of a cliffhanger, so unfortunately, and a pretty bad cliffhanger at it as well, because we're stuck in a pretty complicated dungeon where if I didn't have the guide with me, I probably would have been lost forever in this place. So now that we're back, let's try to, you know, knock out this really long dungeon that is the Tokyo Destiny Land. And thankfully, I didn't actually lose my bearings whatsoever. I know exactly where we are and where we should be going. Thankfully, the map on the guide isn't as terrible as I once thought it was. You know, the fact that it's super small, really, but you know, it's not much of an issue. Thankfully, now that I could, you know, now that I've realized that wait, I could just scroll and just look at the map that way. So yeah. So we're going to continue exactly where we left off on part 13, which was literally right in the middle of the dungeon. So we're going to continue along our path, and oh hey Dylan, nice to see you in the chat. Rue, yeah, Rue yourself. I made that little text to test out the live chat, which, you know, for some reason your comment isn't showing in the live chat, so let me just do another test real quick. Testing the chat to see if it shows up on the stream. Yeah, when I was talking about Mogrim, I was indeed mentioning, I did refer to this Mogrim, yeah. The character that I named, or well, that Arsenal technically named for this playthrough, and yep, the live stream chat is definitely showing in the stream, so that's good, that's good. So yeah, about the Mogrim name, yeah, this game is like many JRPGs, gives you the ability to rename the characters any way you see fit. So I named the hero after Mogrim, one of Arsenal's OCs. Actually, he was the one who was in charge with naming all of the characters in this game. Yeah, I actually gave him permission to do that. So we have Mogrim as the hero. He also named Snow the heroine, and we also have two other characters that he named. Arthur and Lobo, two characters who are kind of going through their own shit in terms of the story. I actually remember that, even though it was 3 days ago. Well, you know what? You have a better memory than I do. I'll just say that. Alrighty, well, I think this is the perfect time to continue, so Last time, I believe we left off right as we were fighting a devil summoner, and I think we also got a new demon from that battle. It was started with a V. The Vritra, I think. The dragon. Yep, it's a chaos element dragon, so unfortunately we can't use it. But, you know, it could be used for fusion fodder. Jesus Christ, there's a lot I missed. Dude, you missed like 14 parts of this game. And this game is really complicated. I don't expect you to go back to earlier parts because those were like recorded like a year ago. I actually did start this live stream series like a year ago, and I unfortunately had to go on a huge hiatus due to some real life shit. But I'm back and I'm trying to finish this game. Hopefully I can finish it soon. I think we're nearing the end of the game, but you know, don't quote me on that. So yeah, last time we dealt with this devil summoner. He practically killed everyone. Yeah, we did kind of kill everyone in her party. And we nearly survived losing our salamander demons. So you know what, let's actually heal him right now. And yes, unfortunately, Mogrim is still affected by the fly status, so he can't use his comp. He can't use his ARM computer, so no summoning other demons to the party. We only have the 2 human characters and the salamander, which is really unfortunate because we're going to be fighting a boss soon, and there's no way to heal the fly status effect, so he's permanently a fly until we can get out of here. And by the way, if you notice, I did shrink Mogrim's official art on the right, just to emulate the whole fly status thing. So he's as tiny as a fly. I originally planned to like make a drawing of Mogrim as literally just as a fly, but you know, he has his clothes and the comp on his arm. But I unfortunately didn't have time to do that, so you know, I just shrunk the art. And welcome, Scar. Nice to see you as well. He's so tiny. I know, right? Yeah, you missed a lot too, Scar. Last time, Mogrim got affected by a really nasty status effect, and now he's essentially a fly, as big and as sort of dim-witted as a fly. Although, of course, he doesn't have much intelligence to begin with, so... Now let us continue. I believe this part was where we were about to encounter a luck test. So hopefully our luck is enough to get through this little challenge. And it was! Wait, no we weren't! Ooh, that actually sapped like 200 of our health. Unlucky little man, too bad for you. Really? Well, he was right about the unlucky part. Well, no, the little man part. That's what I meant. We are technically little at the moment. Well, it only took half of our health, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. We can heal that easily with Snow's diorama, so no biggie, no biggie. And Snow has like a ton of MP to spare. I don't think she'll be running out at all in this dungeon. Also, before we continue on, I completely forgot something. I have a ton of luck incenses, and I planned on using these a lot when I encountered them. So let's start using those luck incenses on Mogrim, because what our plan was last time was I was going to use the rest of the luck incenses that we gained from this dungeon to max out Mogrim's luck stats. So let's see how much he has now. He has 37. Well, technically 34. If it wasn't for the fact that he's wearing equipment that raises his stats. The red part is the part that raises the stats per equipment. The green part is the natural stats. And the luck incenses are the permanent stat increasements. So I pretty much just have to give him 3 more and he'll be pretty much good in terms of luck. So let's give him 3 more luck incenses. Yeah, I wish I had known that his luck would have maxed out thanks to all these incenses, because if I'd known that beforehand, I wouldn't have used so many level up points to his luck stat. I would have used them in other stats that he probably needed, like his strength or vitality. It would have been much more useful. At this point it's basically just a waste, but you know, it's at least he has amazing luck. And yep, there it is, our first max stat, 40 points. 40 points is the max you can get, I believe. But, you know, I'm kind of curious. What happens if we use another luck incense on Malgrim? So I'm gonna save state. Use luck incense. We have 4 more, so might as well see. Oh, right. Considering he doesn't have 40 points permanently, it's because of the equipment that's added to him. So let's see what his equipment looks like. Yeah, the 1 point in luck that was thanks to the equipment is gone because, you know, it automatically fills in thanks to the permanent stat increasement. So we have 3 more luck incenses. I want to see what happens if we give them all to Malgrim. And then we'll use the last one to see what exactly happens if we give him the incense, but he has max stat period. So that gives him max stats. Now let's see what happens if we use this. There was no effect. Oh man, and that's the jank of early Shin Megami Tensei games. You use an incense on a max stat on a max stat character, and it doesn't immediately just not use the incense when it says there was no use. Nope, it literally just uses it up even though it didn't have any effect. That is some jank right there, and thankfully I save stated, so we're not gonna do that anymore. Yeah, Malgrim is pretty much done with his luck stats, so let's start giving these to Snow, who, to be honest, the luck stat really isn't that useful on her at all. Like, you're never gonna use the luck stat for your heroine character in at least Shin Megami Tensei 1 and Shin Megami Tensei 2, because the luck stat in those games only really affect the item drop rate, and it only counts the hero character. I don't know if it counts the heroine, but you know, better safe than sorry. Don't want to waste your luck incenses or luck point or precious level points in a stat that you know nothing about. But hey, at least she has 13, so that's okay. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Oh my god, I have a vision of this last night in my dreams. Really? Interesting. Well, you know, this game really, if I remember correctly, did tackle dream visions in like the early parts of it. I think the first part we literally had a dream about the apocalypse, which did happen. Man, explaining everything that happens story-wise in this game is gonna be like, it's pretty much a mouthful. So yeah, unfortunately, Dylan, you're kind of coming in a little bit blind in like the middle portion of the story. But all you really need to know is that the apocalypse happened. There are demons all over Tokyo, which is where we're at, and the world's basically gone to shit. And now cults are running rampant all over the nuclear wasteland and trying to basically recruit anyone to their sides. So there's like 2 cults, the Church of Gaians and the Messiahs. The Gaians more so worship, was it Satan or Lucifer? I think it was Lucifer. And the Messiahs worship God, although this version of God is based off of the Old Testament version, which is a little bit prejudiced when you look at when you look at the texts that he was based off of. So none of this is really a good sign, and sorry to say, but because of the choices that we make in this game, we're probably going to side with the Messiahs at the end, because yeah, this game actually has a choice system, an alignment system, if you will. You can align with different factions, the 2 opposing factions, or you could align with no one and decide to fight both for everlasting peace and restoration for humanity. Unfortunately, we're not going to do that because we're not scrubs. No, we're straight up law facts. Alright, so let's see where we were. We used the teleporter at the 3rd floor. Teleporter J. Oh, I think we're literally outside of the boss chamber. Literally right here is where we're going to fight the boss of this place. Which I don't think we were asked to do yet, but you know, we're probably going to skip a couple story events doing this. But hey, that's what happens when you follow a guide and basically go against the rules of what it tells you to do. I get doing that a lot in this playthrough. Why do I keep wasting all those dioramas? We're perfectly healed. That was sort of a waste. I have this power to see the future. It's sad. Oh, yeah. I remember you told us about that yesterday. It was like, oof. That is a fate I do not want to go through. I know how to summon Sure you do, Sky. Sure you do. Been here. And you two are both surprised. Alright, so... Unfortunately, we can't summon any other demons into our party, so we're pretty much stuck with a salamander and 2 human characters. Let's at least familiarize myself with what the salamander can do. He's level 40. Not that great HP and MP. He has Agila, Miragion, and Estoma. Well, he was using the Estoma so that we wouldn't run into any encounters, so I kind of don't want to lose him if we end up dying in this boss battle. The Agilao probably won't be useful at all, so I think he's mostly just going to be a wall at this point. As for Snow, we're probably going to use either our guns or to have her on healing duty, and Malgrim, well, we're going to be using the Fire Sword, which, by the way, I should remind you guys, we're using the Hino Kagetsuchi, which is the best sword in the game, gives us 234 damage. Oh, and by the way, this is actually topical for Scar and Dylan, who are actually part of the Discord server that I'm a part of. You guys remember today when I was talking about the story of Izanami and Izanagi, the creation gods? Yeah, this sword right here, what Malgrim is using, the Hino Kagutsuchi. That's the god of fire that Izanami birthed, the one that caused her to die from inner burns. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're using. It's also why I named one of my parts, I think it was part 12, yeah, it was part 12 of the Shin Megami Tensei 1 live stream, Abortion Blade, because it's basically an abortion blade. It's really what it is. Mythology, it is amazing. Pigs in boo. Sorry Arsenal, you didn't scare me this time. See, I was prepared for you today because today is Halloween, and you know, I'm prepared anytime, any year, this day, considering I am gonna get spooked no matter what. Mythology. Scar, don't hit yourself with— oh wait, you are technically fire, so I guess it wouldn't do much to you, would it? Alrighty, well, we can't really do much anymore in terms of preparation, so let's just get into the boss battle. And I think I know who we're going to fight here. Oh, I did not expect her sprite to be that though. I expected it to be something completely different. Oh, you know what? I mixed it up with the Final Fantasy version of Echidna, with the one where she's all green and hanging from the ceiling. I expected to fight that, but nope. We're fighting just a giant head of a woman. Echidna, who is ignoring the Knuckles the Echidna jokes, is based off of the Echidna from Greek mythology, the one who faced Hercules in one of his trials. The mother of many demons, some of which are, I believe, Cerberus, Orthrus, and I think that's it. That's all that I remember, honestly. You know, Cerberus, Orthrus, those are really the more famous ones. But yeah, she basically birthed most of the demons that Hercules eventually had to face for most of his trials, and I believe she was the last one that he had to face. Yeah, she's the leader of Tokyo Destiny Land, apparently. And yeah, here comes the Knuckles the Echidna jokes. Hopefully. I mean, I'm pretty sure Scar's better than that. How's your Halloween going so far? Kinda boring, really, this year. Nothing really eventful happened. Although I did get to see my nieces in their amazingly cute costumes, and my nephew, who was like born 2 weeks ago, he was dressed in like this full body skeleton costume, and he was so cute. He's so cute. I can't wait until he grows up. So, you are Malgrim. I am the goddess Echidna. By the way, fun fact: she, like I said before, she birthed Cerberus in her mythology. Cerberus was the one who was guarding Tokyo Destiny Land, and the one we had to get through by using the golden apple. So she birthed Cerberus and used him as a guard dog for her land. Sort of like an interesting, ironic twist with Cerberus. You know, he's usually known for guarding the gates of hell. Instead, now he's guarding the gates of his mother's home. Against his will, mind you. He didn't actually want to do it. But, you know, he is technically our Cerberus. You know, our doggo Pascal, who we used in a demon fusion. So, now, unfortunately, we couldn't have him in the party right now because, you know, Margrim's still a fly. Oh well. In ages long by, I gave birth to many creatures to test the worthiness of heroes. And then they all died, because one of them killed them all. And then I think they killed me, but I don't know. I stay here, guarding Destinyland with my life against those who would destroy us. I think she's mostly talking about the Messians at this point. You may not be aware of it, but those that worship Yahweh, or YHBH, the god of law, are scheming to impose their yoke on the entire world, conquering it totally. While they spit out venomous lies about wanting to save all of humanity, their true aim is to summon the god of law to Earth so he can conquer it. So a different side of the story that we heard. Well, actually, I don't think we've heard that story yet, because we technically skipped out of the story event in Shinagawa. Okay, yeah, ignore me. This is the first time we're actually hearing of the Messiah's plan, and this is from the Gaians' point of view. Need I remind you guys, their enemies' point of view. So, this might be a bit skewered, unfortunately. Although, at this point, we are also aligned with the Messiahs, so, character-wise, Malgrim and Snow really shouldn't be trusting anything this creature's saying. In fact, why even are they here yet? It's because I skipped on an important story detail. That's pretty much why. The cathedral they are building by Tokyo Bay is being constructed for this very reason. It is there that they will summon Yahweh. The cathedral, also known as the Basilica in the Aeon Genesis translation. I'm probably just going to refer to the Basilica, because I refer to the mansion as the Cathedral Shadows, and that's just going to be really confusing. If Yahweh gets his way, comes to Earth and conquers it, humanity will suffer even more than it is now, oppressed under the tyranny of his iron fist. And yeah, it is the Old Testament God, so he is technically... he's kind of a dick when you really think about it. When you look at the old stories, you know, it kind of makes sense why they rewrote the Bible and why they made God a bit more of a benevolent figure, you know? He is not satisfied with anything less than total submission, mind, soul, and body and will. Make everyone swear and that's I'm pretty sure that makes sense. That paragraph, yeah, the paragraph is worded a little bit weirdly, but let's continue. We'll make everyone swear an oath of loyalty to him in the name of faith. They will become nothing more than mindless drones in psychological slavery to them. Similar to how the demons were going to do with Snow. Bit of a contradiction there, considering those demons were sent by the Gaians themselves. What are you saying? What are you guys saying in the chat? Because I pretty much ignore a lot of what you guys are saying. So I had no candy today. Scar had no candy today? The world is crying. I didn't get to give out candy because of the church right across the street from my house. Oh man. Wait, the church Was it because the church was scaring off anyone who's trick-or-treating, or because they were handing out candy themselves? Now, why would the church celebrate Halloween in that sense? Well, I guess really accepting church, but you know. This is actually pretty topical for the game that we're talking about, considering there's a lot of religion in this game. BRB. Alright, Dylan. Now I see what the Doomslayer might have to rip and tear, since heaven is either going to betray or aid him. We'll see what happens, Arsenal. We'll definitely see what happens. It's a church. Yeah, that's all you pretty much need to say about that. I get it. The 1,000-year kingdom, oh, we've actually heard about that before, is for those who submit themselves totally to God, to the God of law, in this fashion, and for nobody else. Can I have a free cookie? No! Nah. Ask your uncle. Those who refuse will be killed or sent to hell to be tortured for all eternity. That is the true nature of their plan. So basically, anyone who doesn't follow the teachings of the Messiahs will basically just be prejudicedly judged. Kind of not the people you really want to root for, but I think it's a little bit too late to change. Yeah, it's pretty much too late at this point. The God of Law originally came to power in ages past by turning any gods that opposed him, including myself, into demons. Now that's actually a pretty interesting paragraph, because there were many accounts in both the Bible and Christianity, Christian religion, where certain deities were actually turned into demons. The Mesopotamian or it's a certain type of religion, but the god Baal or Baal, I think it's spelled B-A-A-L or B-A-E-L. It depends on the region you're from, but the god Baal, I believe in Christian religion, when Christianity was spread to that area where the god was known, he was then changed by the religion to basically be an incarnation of Beelzebub, which is why in most Shin Megami Tensei games you have Baal be a sort of de-evolution of Beelzebub, which is kind of interesting when you really think about it. And which is, you know, it kind of gives credence to this paragraph right here, which I honestly really like. I never really thought about it that way. Through his mad quest for power and total domination, the age where the ancient gods and humans lived in peace side by side was brought to an end. Yep, and pretty much everyone was converted into their religion. Is it right to allow such a tragedy to repeat itself? Well, she kinda is bringing up good points, which I love the fact that they're actually making the Gaian church, the Gaia church in this game, actually, makes sense a little bit. You know, they're trying to actually make them sympathetic, and you can actually feel for them, but at the same time you have to remember these guys would slaughter anyone who would oppose them. So in a way, they're no different from the Messiahs, really. Yeah, excuse me. Alright. The Gaia Church believes that this cannot happen again. They worship the ancient gods and goddesses oppressed by the God of Law, and with our help are trying to take over the cathedral. Also, this may be a bit of a stretch considering this was like a year ago, but if you guys remember like part 2 and 3, Goto, the general or colonel of the Japanese Defense Force, who was in the process of pulling a coup d'etat all over Tokyo and putting it under martial law. He was technically with the Church of Gaia and was working to basically stop the Messians from, I guess, spreading their religion across. No, what they were doing was they were the ones who were responsible for the ICBM missiles, which ultimately annihilated the world into a nuclear apocalypse. So in a way, you could also sympathize with the Gaians early on. when you really think about it, Goto was sort of doing justice for his country, but at the same time, he was sort of doing it in the wrong way. He was forcing all of Tokyo into an oppressive law, and basically released demons all over the land, which, as we remember, were basically slaughtering everyone all over the world, or well, slaughtering everyone all over our town, which effectively cost the life of Malgrim's mother. So yeah, each side has their own perks and also their own faults, and in a way, depending on the way you see it, the way you see the situation now, because the world's basically fucked at this point, you know, we can't really do anything to bring back the life that once was, the world, the beaming society that it once was. We're basically just a bunch of scattered humans clinging on to different cults and religions, trying to find a way to basically cling on to hope, essentially. And, well, at this point, there's really only the Messians and Gaians left, so it's more so of a fact of who do you want to side with at this point. Because, you know, no matter what faults each side has, you have to side with one, because at that point there will be nothing left if you don't. Of course, there's also the neutral route, but I won't get into that right now. That's more of a thing later. But yeah, it's sort of an interesting dilemma here in terms of for a lack of a better word, political sort of view. I wouldn't say political, but basically you're forced to choose sides at this point, you know, and no matter what, each side will have its faults, but you also sort of have to at this point because there's really nothing left to do. And this is why I really love the alignment system in this series. You know, they pull out some interesting stops for it, and I'm glad that Shin Megami Tensei 1 did something this complicated with its views on alignments, really. I like it. I really like it. I came here to Destinyland to provide aid to them. So, I see that... Oh, so I think this is because we're on the law path. This is technically what happens when we're on the law path. She sees that we're not going to listen to her whatsoever because we're technically, at this point, too deep in the Messiah's alignment system to really go for chaos. I mean, I guess I could technically go for chaos if I were to try and do the Tokyo Destinyland mini games, but you know what? We're sticking with law at this point. So we're siding with the Messiahs. Fuck you, Echidna. So, I see I cannot convince you. What a shame. Lobo seemed convinced that you would listen to reason. Oh, well, you know, he's a piece of shit, but at least he still cared about us. Then in punishment, I shall tear you limb from limb, right where you stand. And now we have no choice but to fight. Fight Echidna. Vile Echidna. Oh, she's of the Vile race, which is what I believe Misaguchi was, the dick demon, like literally a dick demon. You guys probably don't remember that, but like a few parts ago, I did technically have a dick demon in my party, and that was pretty rare. But yeah, Vile. All right, Echidna, let's see if we can take you out this. Well, actually, since this is technically a chaos boss, let's whip out our chaos boss theme that we used last time. Because, you know, it was so fitting last time when we faced the Yama. I might as well try it again. There we go. That's good. Also, let me know, guys, if the volume is a little too loud for the music or the game volume, and let me know also if my mic volume is too low or too loud as well. Also, the popping sound effect. There's really nothing I could do about that, but I did sort of fiddle with my sound, with my oh, I'm having a brain fart here. Uh, Sound settings. It's really, I couldn't figure out the word settings. Anyway, I configured my sound settings to at least try to figure out a good solution, but we'll see during the playback. But yeah, boss time. The Chaos Element Echidna. Now, this is actually going to be a pretty terrible fight, considering we only have 3 party members, and one of them is in the fly status effect, and the other is sort of weak, so I don't know if we're actually going to get through this or not. Let's play it safe, let's play it safe. Magram has the Hino Kagutsuchi, so he's going to do a ton of damage. As for Snow, actually, let's test out to see if the charm status effect works, because we have the magic bullets. Let's see if we can charm the boss, and if so, that could make things a whole lot more easier. And for Magram, just use that giant fire sword while you're a tiny fly. 35 damage. Oh, and it only hit once. I'm surprised. Go eat. Yeah, you go eat Scar. You better. No, Arsenal. It's going to come down to girl versus girl. You know what? Yeah, it might be. Although, look at that. Look at how much damage the Hino Kagutsuchi did. More than any of our other characters. So you know what? I'm kind of glad that we ended up getting that sword. And yeah, Salamander died. I kind of expected that to happen. Unfortunately. So yeah, now we're just down to our human characters. No demons, just mano a mano. Yeah, let's just continue. You know what? Snow, you could just use your sword. We didn't get damaged at all, just our demon did. So you know what? Let's just do a sword battle. See how much damage Snow can do. Technically better than the... Why did it do that much damage? Oh, that's right, because she's using a whip. Honestly, that's way better than the gun. And definitely a lot better than Megiddo. I'm so glad I went with that strength build with Snow. Are you kidding me? She's not hitting us. She's literally not... It's basically a fly swatter with a fly. She can't hit us whatsoever. I love this. And I was worried about this boss. Come on, look at how much damage we're doing. And look at how much time Snow can attack. That was like 4 times, I think. Yeah, you know what? This may be a bit of a stretch, but I think I'm gonna auto battle just to see what happens, because we haven't gotten hit once. So let's see if we can actually auto battle the... We actually auto battled a late game boss. We auto battled that. I didn't think that was possible, but we did. Did she not hit us whatsoever? I don't think she hit us at all. We didn't lose any damage in that battle. Only Salamander was the one who got hit. Oh my god. That is amazing. That is amazing. She couldn't even beat a fly. Alright. Let me just turn off the music real quick. Oh, that was so beautiful. I'm so glad that happened. Oh, it's a shame Green Raccoon had to miss that, but you know, he's probably sleeping at the moment. He'll catch the live stream later, you know. I love that. that needs to be a highlight or something. She's dumping. Fly beats Goddess. That's a shame. I know, right? Not a single oh my god, that's amazing. I am so glad I went for that endgame sword. The Hino Kagutsuchi is amazing. Alrighty, well, we leveled up 2 times, so let's see. In terms of our stats, Snow is good with her speed. I'm trying to remember what build I was going for with Snow. It was the strength build. That's right, strength build. I was ignoring her intelligence and magic because it's high enough. Luck is useless, so strength it is. Should we go for 30 strength or put 1 in vitality? What happens if we put 2 in vitality? Will that raise our HP whatsoever? Nope. Yeah, speed doesn't do that either. We can't raise our HP anymore at this point, so let's just go with strength. We're gonna get much stronger whip weapons for her anyway, so she's gonna be much stronger once we get those. And yep, I love seeing that 40 points in luck. Beautiful. Well, we don't have to worry about luck anymore, so in terms of Mogren's stats, we're going to focus on his strength, his vitality, and his speed, although not really focus on his speed too much because it's pretty good where it's at. Screw it. I'm going to put... Wait, what happens if I raise his vitality 2 times? Well, I saw it raised once with the 1 point. So you know what, let's put 1 point in strength. And no, not 2. 2? 1 point in strength and 1 point in vitality. They're like a 10-point difference. Interesting. And we're probably just going to focus on maxing out his strength stat at this point. And then focusing on his vitality and speed after that. Because, yeah, Mogren is basically a beast at this point. Even as a fly, he's a fucking beast. I'm back, but I saw what happened and it was the best. I know, right, Scar? We owned her ass. And she's basically dead. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the boss of Tokyo Destiny Land. All glory to the Messiahs. The fly beat the goddess. How I have no clue. I know, right? And we're still fly at this point, so... Not even a level up could cure that. Seriously. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to go back. Actually, I don't think we even have to. I just remembered. Snow has access to... I think it's Traport, yeah. The transportation spell. Teleportation, yeah! Skibbity-boo, yeah. And after a Sonic CD transportation sequence, we're back at the terminal. And I don't actually want to use the Gaians, because that would actually affect my alignment to, I think, Chaos? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Actually, before we teleport, I want to test something real quick. So this was the spot, you know, in front of us, where I ended up getting the fly status effect because of the luck test. We apparently didn't have enough luck to pass by scot-free. So let's see what happens if we pass by now with max luck. This place where you can test your luck, if you're a lucky one. Oh, we're lucky one, yeah. So apparently I just needed max luck in order to enter into Destiny Land. Oh, well that's just perfect. If only I got those incenses before. But, you know, what's done is done. So let's head to, I think it's Shinagawa. Yep, Shinagawa. Not only is that the next plot important area, but that is also where we can finally get rid of this really annoying fly status effect. So hopefully we don't encounter anything. Yeah, alright. The Messiahs. Little lost sheep, pray to God. You mean little lost fly. So I think it's the curse, right? Is it the curse that... No, maybe? Oh, yep. I think that did it. I think we're no longer a fly. Yes! We're no longer a fly. Alrighty. Well, since we're no longer a fly, let me just, you know, I don't have to have Malgrim's official art that tiny anymore. So let's go to OBS. And let me see. Gotta scroll down with all these pictures, and I just realized I forgot to do something that I was meant to do in Tokyo Disneyland, but you know what? I'll do it right now. Also, I just remembered I named the small Mogram file Small Mogram. That's SMOOL Mogram. Adorable. And now we're Big Mogram again. Yeah. Wait, what will happen when I get rid of the fly effect? The small art of him won't be correct anymore. Yep, never mind. As soon as you say that, I immediately correct it. So, something that I was actually planning on showing off while we were at Tokyo Destinyland, but I wasn't able to because, well, I forgot. I ended up forgetting it. But, also I should probably turn down my mic volume because it's a little too loud. I just noticed that. Uh, 15, 16, 16.0 is good enough. Alrighty, okay, so what I was meaning to show off while we were in Tokyo Destinyland was something interesting that I found out on Discord, and big kudos to my friend, what was this? Druid Wisewolf from Discord. He and I share like a Koei Tecmo server, and he actually pointed me to some really interesting information. So apparently, the original plan in Tokyo Destinyland was to have two particular demons that you could encounter in the area, and those demons were based off of some pretty interesting characters. And this is actually something that Arsenal pointed out in the last part. That Tokyo Disneyland is basically just Disney, but demonic, demonic Disney, DD basically for short. But yeah, the two demons that they were actually going to have in Tokyo Disneyland were in fact these two. These were the original sprites, the official sprites that they were going to use for the demons in that area. And I'm pretty sure you all know who those two are, right? Yeah, you can tell why they decided to scrap that idea, considering they made Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck like that. Oh, that would have been horrifying. In fact, there's actually official art of those two. This is what Mickey Mouse looked like with the official art, and I guess he was going to originally be called a zombie mouse. So there's that. I actually really like this design. Ignoring the evil Mickey Mouse face that kind of looks like something from Suicide Mouse, I like the outfit. He kind of looks like a pirate in a way. And here's what Donald Duck was going to look like. Pretty simple, the only added addition to his clothes is the skull on his head, on his hat, but he's carrying a fucking chainsaw, and I love that. So Zombie Mouse and Demon Duck. Those two were originally going to be a thing. And I think they're actually still in the PC version of Shin Megami Tensei 1, but that was Japanese only, so us Americans were never able to see it. Although technically this version of Shin Megami Tensei 1 was also Japanese exclusive, it's just fan translation, which I'm really thankful for, but unfortunate that we were never able to see Zombie Mouse and no, Demon Mouse and Zombie Duck. Oh, that would have been amazing. See you guys' reaction to this. And obviously Scar would go nuts over this. Still kill all demons. Scar's. No, don't smack me right there, Arsenal. Don't. I'm sensitive. Yeah, you guys are loving it. I love it. I definitely loved it when I first found out about it. So I'm glad you guys are feeling the exact same way. So now that we're done with Tokyo Destinyland, let me open up the guide. and see exactly what we have to do now. So it's at this point where we start to enter into the alignment lock. Basically at this point, whether you are law-aligned, chaos-aligned, or neutral-aligned, this is the point in the game where that's going to matter. So all the choices that you have made throughout the game are going to put you on the path that your alignment system dictates. And once you're on a path, you're basically stuck with it. So if you end up going on the law or chaos path when you were going for neutral, sucks to be you. You're gonna have to start over. So let's see. We met with Echidna. Yeah, we pretty much met with Echidna. She's dead. Okay, so this is interesting. If you were Chaos Alignment, you would have actually came to Shinagawa and met with the Angel Hanio, who would test you to see if you're Law Alignment or not. And if you were Chaos, well, you basically had to fight him. So... And if we were Chaos Alignment, obviously, we would be aligned with Echidna, and we wouldn't kill her. But we already killed Echidna, so all we really need to do is... I think... go back to the top of Shinagawa. So... I think, let me just read the FAQ real quick. Go to Shinagawa, time to see the angel, remember the room on the 3rd floor I told you not to enter, which we didn't. Oh yeah, so I pretty much know where this is, so we're going back to the 3rd floor to meet not only the angel Haniel, but also the law hero Arthur, who we didn't actually get to see last time because I ended up skipping him, so unfortunately. And I just realized our salamander, who is our Estoma bitch, is still dead. So let's actually revive him real quick, because we definitely need a Stoma. We're not going to check through this entire dungeon without it. No siree. And we unfortunately have to heal his MP. I have enough Maka to spare. Like, literally, too much Maka to spare at this point. Pulls down a shade on the suicide mouse. Don't let you... Oh, dude, Dylan. First time I saw that video, suicide mouse, that thing freaked me out. Like, the way, especially the ending where Mickey Mouse's face is melting, it's like, I don't want to watch this anymore. I get scared very easily. But you know what? I still watch stuff like that, even if I am scared. So we're stopping by the Cathedral Shadows to see what we can fuse, because we have a Chaos Demon on our side. So let's see what he can be fused into. Let's see. Let's see with the Oncot. I mean, the Oncot is a great demon, but let's at least see. Rongda, who I believe... That's a weird design for Rongda. Usually in later games, she's basically a frizzly-haired witch with red hair. In this game, she's basically another version of her opposing deity. The name eludes me. Bangda, I believe? I think it's Bangda, but yeah. Bangda. That's actually pretty funny. I'm pretty sure it's not Bangda, but yeah, she's Chaos Alignment, so we can't use her. What about Cerberus, who we probably should have used in the last battle. Another Chaos Demon. Fortunately, all of these are probably going to be Chaos, considering we're fusing with a Chaos Demon. Ooh! Yamato no Orochi, so he is in this game! Huh. It's too bad that Susanoo isn't, but yeah, another Chaos Demon. Fairy Tomlin, let's see. Barong. Okay, that's what it was. Barong, not Bangda. So, Barong and Rongda, the two deities from some I think it has to do with Wiccans or something. Anyway, they're basically opposing forces, like good versus evil, stuff like that. You know, in most religions, or mythologies really, they have those two figures. He's neutral, but I kind of don't want to fuse him with the Tom Lin, because I kind of want to keep the Tom Lin for later. And what about the Yaksa? Oh, Komoku. I have no idea what that is. I think that's one of the 4 deities of Tokyo, which is a chaos alignment, and we can't use. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we really can't do anything with the Vitra without sacrificing our Tom Lin. And I kind of don't want to do that, you know? Oh, well, this is unfortunate. And Cerberus, well, what happens if... What was the fusion again with Vitra? Itsamna. It's a chaos demon. Unfortunately, we can't use it, but he might be good for a potential later fusion? Maybe. Well, I kind of want to just empty out some space, so you know what? I think oh, there's my dog again, barking at some really loud noise that happened outside. I don't know what that was. Sound like a car door closing. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna fuse these two. Unfortunately, we're going to fuse Cerberus, which, as you all remember, is technically our doggle from part 1. Goodbye, Pascal. Pascal is no longer here. And instead, we're gonna make whatever that thing was. I don't even remember. I don't even know what we were looking at in terms of that demon. I was fucking destroyed. My whole perspective of Mickey Mouse was gone. Same. Have you ever seen those pictures of people in the Mickey Mouse costumes that they usually wear at Disneyland? But you know, they have like these really crazy eyes. Not even just like crazy eyes, the empty eyes with no emotions. Those costumes are fucking freaky. I hate looking at those things. Oh hey, Green Raccoon! Hey, you made it! We were actually talking about you earlier. Hey, welcome back, Green Raccoon. Yes, I know it's been like a couple weeks since I last live streamed, but you know, some stuff in real life happened, and you know, but we are back. We are back, and we are definitely going to be playing Shin Megami Tensei 1 a lot this week. I'm definitely planning on at least finishing Shin Megami Tensei 1 soon. If not this week, then the week after. And ignore my dog, he's just barking in the background. But yeah, my love for Disney died when they bought out Star Wars. Oh, when did my love for Disney die? Oh yeah, after they just stopped doing animated movies and just focused on live action movies and nothing else after that. Yeah, have you noticed that it's pretty much just Pixar or DreamWorks who's just been doing the animated movies from now on? Nowadays, Disney's just focusing on live action remakes, the nitty gritty live action remakes like the Maleficent movie or the Lion King movie. I heard really bad things about that one. I'll probably never watch it. I'll stick with the original, thank you. Alrighty, let's see. Oh, but they also, I also remember that they bought out Marvel, and you know, so far, them buying out Marvel wasn't really a bad thing, yeah, at least in my opinion. They haven't really done anything bad with that. I mean, the people who we should really be blaming, I didn't even get to see that fusion. I mean, the only people we should really be blaming in terms of Marvel is Fox for what is it that they did exactly? They denied the contract that they had with Marvel for them using Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Thankfully, though, they were able to make a compromise, and now Spider-Man's back. So thank goodness we're gonna have more of that version of Spider-Man, you know? Because that one's actually pretty good. Phoenix. Avian Phoenix. It's a law alignment. I didn't actually expect to run into this thing. Diorama, Fire Breath, and Sama Recar. Not bad as a support demon. And Avian? I don't think I've ever had an Avian demon before. She might actually prove to be useful. I may have to use my Oncot, but you know, I think I can make do without it now. There's still other studios that make animated films around. Granted, they're not as mainstream as DreamWorks and Pixar. Oh yeah, definitely. It's just, you are right. They're definitely not as popular, and unfortunately, not a lot of people give them the attention that they really do deserve. Here's hoping we get more Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I know, right? Those films are really great. I hope they continue with that. I really do. I didn't really enjoy going to Mickey Mouse's Dreamland. Too stuffy, which is why I like Bendy more. I consider Bendy the independent cartoon scene. They wanted more money. Well, we also have Oswalt. Who here actually remembers Oswalt? Because I sure as hell barely do. I am the Avian Phoenix. I believe she's called Ho-Oh in the Japanese version. And no, that's not a Pokemon reference. Ho-Oh is, I believe, the name for one of the holy birds in Japanese mythology. I think that's another name for the Suzaku, but don't quote me on that. Wait, why am I finding these things? Also, I'm slightly wrong. It's not Ho-Oh, it's Ho-Ho. Like, H-O-H-O. So, but for some reason they translated it to Phoenix in this game. You know what? They did the exact same thing they did in Digimon. They translated Ho-Ho-Mon into Phoenix-Mon, which I honestly don't get. I much prefer Ho-Ho-Mon in terms of a name. Oh well, oh well. I mean, they basically are the same thing. Ho-Ho and Phoenix. Well, are they really? I don't really know the mythology of either, honestly. But yeah, let's bring out our salamander and start using the Estoma again. Alrighty, now let's go. Let's go to the 3rd floor and finally see what's up there, because we've been ignoring that part of the dungeon for so long. You know what? I'm probably just gonna use the map on the guide. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you, map? Don't you deny me. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to follow this very carefully. Over here. There we go. Who owns Oswalt now? Honestly, I don't think anybody owns Oswalt at this point. Isn't he like isn't he free to use at this point? I really don't know. Wait, who doesn't know Oswalt? Oh, Scar knows Oswalt. Oh, Green Raccoon, you actually don't know who Oswalt is. Well, yeah, like Arsenal says, the real first Disney character. He was basically Walt Disney's first cartoon design, you know, before Mickey Mouse. I believe he even produced a cartoon of Oswalt, but good luck finding that one online. I believe the original films for the Oswalt cartoon are basically lost in time at this point. There's a lot of Disney cartoons, old Disney cartoons, that are basically lost now. Which is unfortunate, because, you know, Disney, it's been around for so long. I completely lost where I am now. Seriously, where am I? I don't even know where I am. Oh wait, I think I do. Yeah, I think I know where I am now. I can't wait until we get to Shin Megami Tensei 2 where they actually have the auto map feature, which basically all you need to do is just press the R button, or is it the L button? Either or. You just press one button and the map shows up. Just like that. You don't even need to open up your comp and go through like 3 different menus. It just automatically opens up, and I love that. Unfortunately, okay, so there is a mod for the auto map feature in Shin Megami Tensei 1, but I don't think the map is the map button. I don't think the map button is compatible with the Ordine patch. So unfortunately, it was either do the landing or have an easier time with the map. And I chose the map. Or not the map. I mean, I chose the Ordine patch. If I chose the map, we'd basically be screwed at this point. So here we are, the 3rd floor. We basically just have to go through a couple of weird puzzles that are basically just one-way hallways. I believe it's this way. The room that we're supposed to be in is at like the end of this little puzzle. And right in this hallway, actually. So, this is where we're supposed to be at now. This is where we meet the law hero, and I believe this is where the alignment lock happens. And if we weren't playing the Ordine patch and we were just playing the normal Aeon Genesis patch, this is the point in the game where we would basically be locked into a dead game, because the law route in the original Aeon Genesis version of the game is bugged and you can't complete it. I don't exactly remember how it happens, but you basically can't fight a certain boss and you're basically just stuck in the game. You're basically just stuck in a dungeon, unable to escape, and that's basically just a dead game. You can't really do anything after that. And for the longest time, people weren't able to play through the law route at all until the Ordine patch happened. So let me just open up the guide to the point where this is supposed to happen. Here we are. Alrighty. Let's head into the room and make multiple save states just in case we fuck up, or just in case something bad happens. And let's finally get into the law route. Ooh, fancy. Tom and Jerry are sadly gone. Oh wait, Tom and Jerry are gone? I thought they've been doing cartoon movies for the past few years. I mean, I haven't been watching them, but you know, I still think they're going, right? Or have they stopped? If so, then that's really a shame, because, you know, Tom and Jerry, pretty much my childhood as well. Oh, it's a series that has the same name as Alice in Wonderland. I am confused. Spirit, do you love green? Green was always my favorite color. Before red and black, of course. Well, of course, Scar. My hair is green after all. Just note my real hair is not actually green. Thank you. Also, the onion bagel I mentioned is actually called an all-world bagel instead. Yeah, I actually remember you mentioning the onion bagel green raccoon. I still haven't found those, but I am going shopping this week, so who knows, I may actually find them. Alright, let's get into the story now. And here we have Arthur. Yep, he is. So I think this is the first time we're actually meeting Arthur after he died. Yeah, the last time we technically saw his face was through a statue with these exact same clothes on. And here he is now. So it really did happen. He basically got revived because God chose him as a chosen one. So let's see how this affected his personality, because back in the day, you know, when we had him in our party, he was basically the goody two-shoes who loved honor and his friends and protected them at all costs. In fact, he sacrificed himself to save us. So let's see how he's going to respond to us now. Malgrim, it's been a while. Through the miracle of God's power, I was brought back to life, and he granted me his wisdom, teaching me the ideal of the great 1,000-year kingdom. Oh, so he's with the Messiahs as well. And I guess he is technically a Messiah too. Well, I believe they did mention him as being the Messiah, which, now that I think about it, Snow is probably feeling a little bit jealous considering she used to be the Messiah. Well, she'll always be female Jesus in my eyes. Oh my god, Arthur. I know, right? Oh my god, I have no clue who he is. Yeah, Dylan, unfortunately this is what happens when you miss, like, pretty much the entire entire first half of the story. I think Green Raccoon, yeah, with his hands out like that, Arthur looks like he's gonna stop some demon with his hands. I think that's like a pose that, Buddhist deities do. Like, I think I remember seeing Shiva doing a pose like that. It was either Shiva or Vishnu, or was it Parvati? I have no idea. Through the miracle, yeah, I already read that. So yeah, he knows about the 1,000-year kingdom, and he wants that to happen as well. Oof. And we all know what's gonna happen with the 1,000-year kingdom. Everyone who doesn't believe in God is basically just gonna be cast aside and, well, sent to hell, according to Echidna. If established, the 1,000-year kingdom will bring eternal peace to the earth. After learning of the plan, I became resolute in my decision. Something tells me Yahweh probably told him only half of the story. Kinda like Dylan, really. He only knows half of it. I will fight for the establishment of the 1,000-year kingdom as God's chosen Messiah. Yep, he is technically the Messiah. Okay, so technically we were supposed to come here before we defeated Echidna, so Arthur could then tell us, you know, Echidna's in that weird amusement park. Go kill her, okay? Thank you. Yeah, but because we already killed her, yeah, it just automatically skips to this. You defeated Echidna without me even asking. That's amazing. Lord Haniel, Malgrim has done it. And this is when we're introduced to Haniel, who, if we were on the Chaos path, we would have had to face him instead of Echidna. Oh, wow, this guy is actually pretty cool looking. Where's the rest of his body? Is he just like a torso? That's it? Not knowing anything sucks. I know. Being in the darkness. It's horrible. Yeah, but still, the idea of him stopping an army of charging demons by a guy with his hand out is still kind of funny. I know, right? He's giving the... he's basically doing the Gandalf treatment, you shall not pass, and then immediately Megiddo on the entire battlefield. No, Megidoleon on the entire battlefield. Well done, Malgrim. Indeed, you surely have favor in the eyes of God. I presume you wish to join our cause. Will you agree to continue to fight for us? Submit yourself entirely to God. By the way, while I'm doing this voice, I'm actually having my hands in a praying motion. It fits, it fits. Exhausting all your power to establish his 1,000-year kingdom, if necessary. Then proceed on to the Basilica. We shall build a bridge so you can get there. Oh, I see. So this is the point where we actually have to head into the Basilica. Yes, I know it's the cathedral. I'm calling it the Basilica, though. That's great! You made Lord Haniel quite happy. I am overjoyed that you decided to fight with us. So, yep, we are officially now in the law route. Interesting, interesting. Then let's meet again. And I believe, let me look at the guide real quick. Skip Haniel, yeah. I have to go to the next page. We are now on the 4th page of the 6-page guide, and I believe the 6th page is nothing but side quests and equipment ideas. So, you know, that's pretty cool. We're literally near the end of the game. After defeating, yeah. Scar's asleep. Scar, go to sleep. Do I need to use that GIF again? Literally, this is like the third stream I had to use the Morgana GIF. Don't make me use it again. Law players want hero to report to. Yeah. Alright. Just reading through the guide real quick. Yep. Through this, we gained a massive shift towards the law alignment and be semi-locked into it. It'll grant you access to the Great Basilica by creating a bridge to the east of Shinagawa. Before doing that, however, you will want to fully lock in the law path by being baptized in the Messiah Church. Okay. Pick up. Oh, so there's another part to this. Yeah, this guide has multiple sections on if you're going to law, route, or neutral, or chaos. Yeah, there's technically a lot. Baptism of faith. So that's where I'm supposed to be at, I think. Yeah, the baptism of faith. So what we have to do now is law players, blah 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 blah. Messiah baptism. First things first, if you're using the English translation patch and using a SNES emulator, you'll need to make a save state here, load up a clean unpatched ROM, and load the save state. Now return to where. Oh, this is interesting. I think this is only if you're using the Aeon Genesis patch. But we're technically using the Hoarding patch, the Hoarding fan translation patch, which fixes this little glitch. So let's see. Let me read this entire paragraph and see what exactly this is telling me to do. So after the load save state, now return to the room where you talk to the law hero and Haniel, and you'll see an old man. He'll ask you if you want to be baptized into the Messiah faith. Since the text is either gibberish or Japanese, yeah, because they technically loaded a clean, untranslated ROM. You'll want to choose the top shot. Yeah, alright. After the baptism, create another save state and load the English patch ROM. So this must have been a way for people to get through the glitch that was in the English version of the old patch, but we're using an updated version of the patch, so hopefully we don't have this issue, but just in case, I am going to save state right here, and apparently we're supposed to head back into the room to get baptized. Let's see if this actually works. Ah, here he is, the Messiah High Priest. I have to use my old man voice. Let me get a drink. Ugh, my soda, my soda's all flat. Ugh, tastes like syrup. Alright, let me get a drink of my water instead. Ah, the pains of being a slow drinker. Think we've just been labeled by an idiot by them? Oh, really? I didn't catch it. I thought you somehow got a notice meant for Law Align players of the series for a second. I know, right? This is all very complicated, but unfortunately this is something that we really do have to worry about, considering Shin Megami Tensei 1 is a very glitchy game, and especially if you're using the Aeon Genesis patch. Like, being unable to use guns at the beginning of the game was a fucking chore. Alright, let's get into this. Welcome into the sacred halls of the Messiah Head Church. Yeah, I'm kind of not doing my usual old man voice, but it's late and I'm tired, so I'm not gonna do it. They speak quite highly of you. I was hoping that you would be willing to be baptized and be officially inducted into the folds of our brotherhood. Malgrim, you indeed have what it takes to join us. Please, could you join our church and lend your strength to help us complete the cathedral and save the people? Will you take the Messiah baptism? Well, at this point, we're basically knee-deep in the Messiah's faith at the moment, so really, do we even have a say in this? I think we should just choose yes. But I kind of want to hear what you guys would say. What would you guys, what would you guys choose in this situation? Would you side with the Messiahs? I mean, obviously I'm gonna choose yes, but I kind of want to see what you guys want. So Scar obviously wants no, and Green Raccoon wants yes. Scar, you're spamming. Oh man. And Dylan and Green Raccoon say yes. Arsenal and Scar say no. Well, that was to be expected, but unfortunately, we're kind of already too deep into this at this point, and I don't think we can really head into the law route. I mean, into the neutral route. Although, you know, considering we are using an emulator, I want to see what happens if we say no. Just real quick, we're obviously going to choose yes, but I want to see what happens if we say no. Even though so many people seek salvation, if you change your mind, please come back. I think that was meant to happen. Yeah, so there's a whole other section on the guide on whether or not you choose this or not. And if you choose no, then you have basically the chance to head into the neutral route. Unfortunately though, I'm too invested in this, and I don't want to head into the neutral route. Besides, neutral route is pretty boring in most Shin Megami Tensei games, so we're going to be saying yes. So let's load our save state. Yep, I already did that, Scar, so let's say yes. And we are now a part of Yahweh's Legion. Thank you. God himself must be very pleased with your decision. Let us not waste time, and begin the ceremony at once. Oh my. The ceremony took place, and you were baptized as Messiah. Now we're a bunch of law crazies. Crazy law facts. Pretty much. Please continue your blessed fight for God and the people that believe in him. Well, I pretty much don't have a choice now. So yep, this is it. I win. Well, you pretty much got what you wanted, Scar, but at this point, yep. No, you don't. It never happened. He reset what just happened. I said I win. Okay, fine, Scar. You win. Sure, Scar. Yeah, everyone goes the neutral route now. I know, right? Literally every Let's Play that I look at for Shin Megami Tensei 1 always goes for the neutral route. And, you know, Shin Megami Tensei 1, I guess it's not really that much of an issue, but... And then there's Shin Megami Tensei 2, where the neutral route is pretty much the most boring route of the three. Like, I don't want to spoil what happens in that game, but the law route is like so amazing in that game. It's like, oh my god, I did not see that coming. What the fuck is going on? Kind of thing. It literally shocked me the first time I saw it. And the chaos route isn't bad either. In fact, it actually has a pretty good lesson to it. And it actually makes you sort of sympathize with a particular character that we will meet in that game. Neutral route, you're basically just going all Rambo on everyone and just killing everything. Like pretty much every neutral route. Really, the only neutral route that was actually worth a damn was, honestly, Shin Megami Tensei 4. That one had a pretty good neutral ending. So what do we do now? Let's see. Well, after we did the baptism, yeah, and we didn't even have to do that whole load a Japanese ROM first and then use save states because we're using the Ordine patch. So, good job, Ordine, or whoever made that particular patch. I assume the guy's name is Ordine or Gal. You know, don't want to assume. I assume the person who made the patch is named Ordine. You guys can quote me on that if you know, but thanks to them, you know, we were able to actually do this and go through a route that pretty much not many people go through. and one that I'm actually having a good time playing through, because you know, so many great equipment that you could get on this route. It's kind of nuts, really. So after completing the baptism, apparently, according to the guide, it says to level up Mogram to level 65. I don't know why. Either warp to... Okay, after reaching level 65, return to Shinagawa and go back to the main chamber on the 3rd floor. Tell you that you... Oh, we pretty much already done that. Oh, wait. We didn't do that, though. Apparently, if we're level 65, we can return back to Shinagawa, to the room that we were just at, where we got the baptism. And the old man will actually give us some pretty great armor. The... Jesus armor. Yeah, it's actually named Jesus. Oh my god, they were not subtle with this whatsoever. Okay, so if we're level 65, we can get those armor parts. And I unfortunately don't think we are level 65. Let me see real quick. Mogram. He is level 60, yeah. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get those parts now, but we can always get them later. Always get them later. I'll probably do some off-screen grinding after this part, so we'll definitely do that. Now that we did that, so apparently after doing that, we're supposed to head to the Basilica, which is outside Shinagawa, to the south. Well, before we do that, I actually want to do a particular, would I call it a side quest? Technically another part of the game that I guess I could call it a side quest, because it is technically in the side quest section of the FAQ. So 1 second, guys, I'm just going to look it up real quick. Oh, and Scar, charge your phone. You can't keep having it at like low battery. You have to charge it every once in a while. Ah, here it is, the Tokyo Reconstruction side quest. So let me actually read out the paragraph. Well, first I'm gonna read the chat because I kind of ignored you guys for a few minutes. Oh wow, you guys did a lot of things. I left my mom for cookie. Scar, how could you? He's just trying to argue. You are so silly when you're tired. I'm screwing with you. I know you're tired, but that was the last joke. Damn it! I said grind again, didn't I, Arsenal? Well, you know what? It's a JRPG term. I don't care. I don't care anymore. All right, so let's read out this Tokyo Reconstruction side quest. This side quest involves visiting the various yellow buildings that have become available to you as you progress through the game. The trick to this side quest is that you need to visit the buildings during the correct moon phase in order to receive the good items. When you visit the building, an old man will congratulate your efforts in protecting Tokyo. He will then let you choose one of 3 boxes to open. Ordinarily, you would receive crappy one-time use items. If you visit during correct moon phases, however, you can get some excellent equipment. So this is not necessarily a side quest per se, more so of a, hey, you can actually get some pretty nifty items from doing this. And there are actually requirements into different buildings that you need to do in order to actually access this bonus. Some of the buildings require you to meet Yama and Ikebukuro. Some of them require you to meet the law hero in Shinagawa, and others require you to meet Echidna. Fortunately, we've done all of that, so we can actually head to these buildings and collect the equipment that they have. So just to make things a little easier, let's do this side quest for a bit. Let's do this entire side quest and see what we can get from these buildings, because one of the weapons here is actually pretty good. Probably going to be Snow's endgame weapon. So yeah, the first building is the Shibuya building, which, according to the FAQ, which thankfully tells me the locations of these buildings, we need to head to Shibuya. Well, obviously it's called the Shibuya building. And we're probably going to abuse a stoma during this. So first we need to exit the city map. Thankfully it's literally just right here. Oh, great. You know, I don't care. Man-eaters. They are pretty much nothing at this point, thanks to our amazing equipment and stats. We're basically reaching endgame at this point, folks, so we're gonna be really great. Side quest? Only if there's good gear. Well, thankfully... Oh my god, I just noticed! My character's spinning so wildly on the overworld map. That's probably because we're technically in the law alignment now, the law routes. Oh, that's pretty cool. I actually like that. That's a really interesting attention to detail I never noticed. Well, I noticed that it spins in a certain direction if you're on a certain alignment, but I didn't know it would spin that fast. That's pretty cool. I am easily amused. Alright, so let's see. Oh my god, you guys are making so many those jokes. Okay, guys, okay. It's a good thing I don't have any rules in this chat, or else I would ban all ya. Nah, just kidding. Let's see. Warp to Shibuya, exit the city map, head east, and you will come to a yellow building. I believe this is the yellow building. Okay, so let's leave a safe state here. So the moon phase that we have to be in order to get the special items is the half moon. Thankfully, because we have a stoma, we can just do this. Yeah, basically just walk around until we have the correct moon phase on the top. So we're gonna do this. Half moon. Hopefully it doesn't turn into anything else when we enter. There we go. And here he is, the old man. Young ones, the people of the town have told me about your exploits. It is thanks to you that the people of this city have been able to rebuild and restore it to its former self. Speaking on behalf of all the townsfolk, I would like to give you my heartfelt gratitude. Please take one of these boxes with our thanks. So we have 3 choices of items that we can get, and thankfully we have the guide right here that tells us what we can get here. So, oh, it even tells us what we can get if we didn't have the correct moon phase. Okay, so if we went into the building without the half moon, excuse me, as I was saying, without the half moon, the left box would have a Molotov cocktail, which is a pretty useless item. The middle would have a hand grenade, another useless item, and the right would have a stinger missile. Overall, pretty useless. But now that we have the special, we have 3 different swords available for us. So the left box is the Kuchinawa sword. The middle is the Claim Solaces. And the right is the Valhalla sword. Now, unfortunately, I don't know exactly what these swords are good at, so this is the point where I'm actually going to open the Shin Megami Tensei wiki and see exactly what these items' bonuses are. So, 1 minute, folks. I'm literally opening up the wiki right now. List of Shin Megami Tensei 1 items. Yeah, this is pretty useful. This is a pretty useful wiki page, thankfully, because now I'm able to look at what exactly certain weapons and equipments can actually give in terms of bonuses. It's really useful that I ended up using for most of my shopping for most of my shopping parts, so I'm definitely going to use it right now because I don't want to waste this opportunity. We can only have one weapon. We are praising Jesus. Even better, Dylan. Pookie's in front of us. Oh my god. You guys are amazing. Alright, no, not bullets, weapons. Alright, what were the weapons again? Oops. Let's move. No, I can't move the page, dang it. Alright, this is good. This is definitely gonna take a while. If we're gonna do all of these buildings, it's gonna take a while to look through all of the information. So, Kuchinawa sword. Let me actually write this down on my notes real quick. This might actually prove useful. So, left is Kuchi. This is basically gonna be a shopping spree episode, isn't it? It basically is. Oh well. These are pretty calm at least. Kuchinawa sword. Right is Valhalla sword. Oh my god. What the hell is going on in the chat? And the Claim Solaces. I've heard that name before. I think it was in Persona 1. But I have no idea what the Claim Solaces is supposed to be. I mean, that is something I can probably look up right now. Okay, so let me go back to the wiki page and see exactly what these weapons give in terms of their bonuses. So the Kuchinawa sword. Kuchinawa, there it is. The Kuchinawa sword is 58 attack, 8 accuracy, oh dang it, I lost it. There it is. Kuchinawa is 58 attack, 8 accuracy, it hits 3 to 6 times, and it gives a strength +1 bonus to your stats. And both characters can equip it. Not a bad sword, and that +1 to strength is pretty okay, and it hits a lot of times, so that's good. Now what does the Valhalla sword do? Valhalla is 130. Okay, so automatically better. 16 accuracy, it hits 1 time. Okay, so that's the unfortunate thing. And it's chaos alignment, so automatically, nope. Crossing that out. We can't use that. And the last one is the Claim Solaces. Where is the Claim Solaces? Hopefully it's in this this wiki page, because some of the weapons usually have different names, and that's always unfortunate. Claim Solaces. I don't see it. Vajra Sonic Blade. It could probably be a different translation. Oh, here it is, the Claim Solaces. I just missed it entirely. So 98 damage, 10 accuracy, hits 1 time. For both, all alignments, no bonuses. It's a stronger weapon, but it really doesn't do much because it only hits once. Thankfully, you can equip it on both characters, but ultimately the Kuchinawa seems much better, especially for snow, so I'm going with the left box. There was a Kuchinawa sword inside, and we have a new sword for snow. Sweet! Young ones, please continue to fight for the good of the people. We are all counting on you. Depends on if the people believe in our religion. We'll see about it. Oh, we're a bunch of dickbags. Okay, seriously? Yeah, I'm not gonna fight you guys. That could probably affect my alignment. No, I don't want to talk to children. Children scare me. Alright, well, since we got done with the first building, let's head to the next. Oh, this is so exciting, isn't it? Oh my god. JoJo memes? Really? You guys are doing JoJo memes now? It's a good thing I don't watch JoJo. Just go to sleep. Yeah, seriously, Scar, go to sleep. I I would send the gift to you, but you know I'm too lazy to do it. Wow, my dog is having so much fun. uh, it was the left box, right? Yes, it was. Okay, unfortunately we had to do this again, but you know, thankfully we saved an estoma, so now let's head to this building over here, and let's make sure we save state before we enter into it. So we need to be at the 3rd 8th moon phase. 3rd 8th, huh? Let's just keep going until we get to 3rd 8th. 3rd 8th, there we are. Enter! There we go. Dude, the chat wants you to speak. Do you get me? Wait, did I get muted? Wait, did I seriously get muted again? Oh my god. That always happens. And yeah, my dog is barking in the background. If you guys probably didn't hear that sentence, yeah, I think somebody's playing with him right now. But, you know, it's not that annoying, I hope. Yeah, unfortunately, if I really was muted, then I should probably explain what just happened. I unfortunately entered into the building when in the wrong moon phase, so I had to reload the save states back to where before I got the Kushinawa blade. But you know, I was able to do it again, so thankfully we're back inside the building in the Shibuya Building North location. So yeah, this is pretty much the same exact conversation. Now let's get into what this place has. You good now? Alright, good. I thought green was our mama. No, Scar, snow is your mama. Let's see. So, before we get into the special things, what you can get from these boxes if you don't enter into the 3rd 8th moon is the left is a magic bottle. which I don't remember what it does, but I'm pretty sure it's useless. The middle is the Hiranya, which at this point we really don't need, and the right is surprisingly a Soma, so you can get a Soma from the right box if you enter in a different moon phase. Pretty good, but we never use our Somas, so we're not going to go for that. Instead, we're going to go for these special items. So in the left, we're going to... So in the left box is the Bryoniac. I'm basically just writing it down while I'm saying it. So the left is the Bryoniac. The right box is surprisingly, and this is actually a pretty important item if we're going to continue with the sword fusion side quests. The Renki no Ken, or in the Aeon Genesis translation, the Spirit Sword, which is used for the second version of the sword fusion side quest, which is something that you would probably do if you wanted to get the ultimate sword for Snow. Spoiler alert, it's really not that good. And you pretty much have to wait until like before the final boss in order to use it. We're probably not going to go with that side quest, but you know, it's good to know. And I knew somebody would type in the chat, Spirit Sword. Yeah, obvious, isn't it? And the middle box has the Tokosho. Literally one letter away from Koshosho. No, it has like 3 letters away. It's just my bad. Ah, the wonderful kosher show. Nobody's gonna get that. Alright, so like last building, let's look at the wiki page to see what these weapon stats are. So the Bryoniac, or Bryoniac. Let's see. The Bryoniac is not here? Maybe? Maybe not? Maybe? I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't seem to find it. There's literally a sword called Truth. I don't get that. Nope. I don't seem to find it here. I mean, sometimes they might have equipment, so this might actually be an equipment piece. I don't see the Tokosho either. Well, as for the Renkino Ken, I think that's... No, maybe, I don't know. It's very difficult to find these particular swords, so let me just... Guess I'm gonna have to go all the way back to the beginning of the page. Yeah, I can't find it. Alright, let's head into... You know what? We have save states. Let's actually see what these equipment... Let's actually see what these things are just by using save states. So, save into... Get the left box, which is the... Did we enter the place at the right moon phase? No, we did not. 6/8 moon. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to the guide again. Clears throat oh, so I could see the previous comment. Okay. What was your previous comment? I'm a guy. Spirit has a. Okay, Green Raccoon. Okay. Dylan, hey, that's my fire sword. And that's like the best sword in the game, really. I'm definitely not gonna give that up. Okay, so... 3rd 8th moon, yeah, I'm pretty sure I entered in this place on the 3rd 8th moon. Was that wrong? I guess I'm just gonna have to do this again. Let's do it again. Half moon, okay. 3rd 8th moon. Let's see if it gives me the correct items. So, save 2, left box. There we go, the Browniac. I guess I literally entered the building as it was changing moon phases, so it was actually 2/8 moon. Oh, that's bullshit. That is really bullshit. Okay. Well, now that we've figured that out, let's see what the Browniac does, or what it even is. So, let's actually see Snow's equipment real quick. The Browniac, and that is a sword, so it is. So it is. It's technically more powerful than the Kushinawa blade, and we technically do have 2 Kushinawa blades. I just realized that. So getting the Kushinawa blade from the last building was technically a waste of time. Oh well, it's not like we were ever gonna use those weapons anyway. Browniac. It's actually pretty good in terms of accuracy. It loses some of the stat points, so unfortunately I'm not too keen on that. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find it on the wiki page. I don't know where it is. What's going on here? Spirit is the best streamer. Aww. Oh, Scar. Shush. Just shush. The Browniac. Okay, it's obviously translated into something different in the other version, but I just can't seem to find it. Unfortunately. Alright, well, unfortunately I can't see any of the extra bonuses that it gives, so we're just gonna head back and see what the other items give. The Tokosho. If we equip this to Snow, she's probably going to be a pink-haired slut. She wasn't really a slut per se, she was more so doing it because it was her life. I probably just confused so many people right now. So many people who don't play Dynasty Warriors, I guess. Oh, was it Samurai Warriors? No, it was Samurai Warriors. Okay, so Snow can't equip it, so she can't be Koshosho. Apparently it's a male-only weapon. Your alignment doesn't matter. Well, that clears things up, so we literally cannot equip it, so... At least that takes that off the list. It was probably a Chaos alignment weapon. So now let's go with the Renkai no Ken, which I believe is the sword for it's used for the sword fusion. Let's see if it's better. Honestly, I could just use this. You know, I'll probably just go for the Renkai no Ken if in the event that I end up doing the sword fusion side quest. And yeah, it's definitely better than the Browniac, so we're going with the Renkai no Ken. We're going with the Spirit Sword. Some people might say that's nepotism, but I like to think, you know... Screw you. I had no comeback to that. No comeback whatsoever. So when you play Shin Megami Tensei F, will you play male or female? I forgot if you already answered that. I don't think I did answer that, Green Raccoon, but I'm actually going to be doing multiple playthroughs of Shin Megami Tensei F. And let me just pull up the guide real quick before I continue with that statement, because I want to know where we're going to next. So we've done the Shibuya building north. Now we need to head to Ueno. Okay, so let's automatically head to Ueno. So as I was saying, when we do play Shin Megami Tensei F, I'm actually going to do multiple playthroughs. Because that game is split up into different routes depending on the characters that you choose instead of the different alignments. I'm actually going to be playing through most of the characters in that game. Especially since there's technically a New Game Plus route in that game, and you know, I do kind of want to play through that as well. So obviously I will be doing multiple playthroughs, but not just, you know, 2 or something like that. I'm actually going to be doing 3. And as for your question, Green Raccoon, I will be playing as a female for like the first one, the first playthrough, and the quote-unquote canon playthrough once I play through the New Game Plus one. As for the New Game Plus route, I'm probably going to play as a male, so technically both. And as for the routes I'm playing, I'm going to be playing through the Yumi route first, as female Tamaki. Then I'll be playing through Akira's route with male Tamaki. And then I'll finish it off with Reiko, with female Tamaki, considering Tamaki Uchida is canonically a female, according to Persona. Will you have a guide for the guardian spirits you can get? Some of them are locked depending on gender and yeah, I do know that, Green Raccoon. I did actually look up some of the guardians that you can get on the wiki, and some of them are actually pretty interesting. I may have to go with those. So yeah, I will be using a guide. Unfortunately, I don't know if there are any Shin Megami Tensei if guides in terms of, you know, level maps or stuff like that. If there is one, then that would be perfect, because I don't want to go into a classic Shin Megami Tensei game blind. That's one thing that I kind of don't want to do. So let's see, where do we need to go? Downward, okay. So the next restoration building we're heading to is outside of Ueno. I think this is the right direction? Maybe? Hopefully we're heading in the right direction. I should probably start using the Stoma again. But thankfully, we're pretty much powerful enough to get through with most of these enemies. That gave us a good amount of Maka, actually. Alright, let's see. I really don't feel like pulling out the map to this place. I just don't. Seems to be that direction. Okay, so we head right this way. Hopefully this doesn't lead me into anywhere else. Exit. Here we are. Alrighty. Did I kind of go? Scar! Okay, Scar. Go to bed. Seriously, go to bed. It's okay. I'll see you in the morning, Scar. They racist on foxes. I'm dying. I don't want to move, but I'm hungry. Dylan, seriously, you guys are so lazy. I literally am a bad influence to you guys. My laziness is rubbing off on all of you. So, warp to Ueno, exit the city map, head southwest from the northern Ueno oh wait, I forgot to use the... Damn it! I forgot to use the Stoma. Wow, we are encountering 4 encounters. Literally just 4 encounters. And those were pretty pathetic, mind you. Alrighty, Salamander, do your thing. I'm so glad I fused you. Salamander is looking kinda squishy compared to the rest of the party. Oh, you're right, you're right. Might as well heal him right now while I still remember it. And yeah, unfortunately his HP isn't really much. He's sort of a... I was about to say he's sort of a glass cannon, but not even that. He's not even a glass cannon. He's more so of... His really only good thing is a Stoma. That's really all he's used for. Okay, so this is where we're supposed to head. During a full moon, it seems. So let's... We're nearly at the full moon, so let's... There we go. Save state just in case. And the next restoration building. So... Ooh, this one actually has a lot of interesting items. This is actually going to be a good find. So let me get my pencil out now. So we were obviously supposed to enter into this place on the full moon, and in terms of what we could get if we didn't enter in the full moon, the left box is the poison arrows. Pretty useless attack weapons. The middle box is the Hino body. I have no idea what that means, but it might be important. And the right is the smoke bombs. Again, pretty useless. I don't really use offensive items at all. I mean, there are some points where the magic stones might be useful, but I never use it. I never use them. As for the items that we can get during the full moon, which is right now, the left box contains a magician's mask. I'm guessing that is an equipment, possibly an armor that goes on the head. The middle is the moonbeam string. I'm guessing that is a sword. I mean, it's a pretty badass sounding sword in my opinion. Moonbeam string. And the right is a... ooh, this is an interesting name. The Suwa Hosho's helm. Suwa I recognize from Toho, but Hosho I have no idea. Actually, what does Suwa even mean? I know it's related to a deity, Japanese deity, but I never really figured out what exactly it meant. But yeah, this is mostly just equipment, it seems. So that might actually be pretty useful to have. Let's head into the wiki and see exactly what these things give. I'm gonna go to sleep soon. Oh, that's fine, Dylan. Again, the rest of this part is basically just gonna be dealing with this side quest, and yeah, it's basically as boring as the shopping really is. But it could be interesting to people who are actually looking to see what they can get from this particular side quest and what is actually pretty useful. I'm sticking around until the end. Oh, that's nice, Green Raccoon. You're nice. By the way, your voice is way different than what I expected. I have that effect. A lot of people say that when they first hear my voice. Alrighty, so the Magician's Mask, I would assume, is an helm piece. No Magician's Masks, although there is a Wizard's Mask. I suppose that's what it's supposed to be? It is a law weapon. Magic plus 3 is a bonus. It has 29 defense and 27 evasion. It can be used by both. And it has the Ice 2 affinity. Now, let me see what this affinity actually gives. Ice 2. 50% resistance to ice damage. I don't think a lot of demons actually use Bufu in this game, except for the Jack Frost. So that might not be useful in terms of affinity, but the magic is pretty okay. So, Wizard's Mask. Unfortunately, this is also a cursed weapon, so once we use it, it'll give us the curse status effect, which means we can't equip anything else without going to a church to heal that curse. And it's unfortunate, but once we have all of our equipment, that's basically good. Now for the Moonbeam String, I have no idea what that is. So you know what, I might as well just do this. Let's see exactly what the Moonbeam String does. What exactly it is, because I don't know if it's a sword or an armor piece. What exactly is this thing? And is it something chaos related? Yeah, it's chaos related, so even if it was a sword, we couldn't even get it. So yeah. Moonbeam String, I'm gonna cross that out. And the last thing is the Suwa Hosho helm, which is definitely a helm. It even has helm in its name. Ooh, it's at the bottom of the helm list, so this might be the best armor in the game. It's even better than the Jesus armor. Ooh, that's interesting. 30 defense, 26 evasion. Ooh, that's pretty good. It's a neutral aligned weapon. Strength +3. That's strength +3. That might actually be useful. And it has the electric affinity. The electric affinity is... well, obviously, 50% resistance to electric attacks. Not really all that great in terms of the affinity, but everything else is pretty great, you know? It gives a +3 to strength, nice defense and evasion. It's the best weapon in the game in terms of defense. I mean, it's the best helm in the game in terms of defense. It is, yet again, another curse weapon, but that's fine because it's great as it is. So I think I am going to equip the Suwa Hosho. The Suwa Hosho helm. Now, hopefully we can actually equip this thing and it doesn't actually not let me do it because we're not neutral alignment. Because we are law alignment. Let's see if it actually does equip it. Because if it does, I am totally using this from now on. Who should we equip it to, though? Let's do this real quick. Your alignment does not match. Oh, I was afraid of that. So we can't even equip anything neutral alignment anymore. Literally, only law. Okay. Well, that's good to know. At least now we won't have to worry about that. So I guess really the only thing we can go with is the Wizard Mask. At least it's great in its stats. And, you know, a +3 to magic isn't really all that bad. So, you know. Let's go with that. Were we supposed to come here on the full moon? I hope so. I completely forgot. So, the left box. Magician's Mask. There we go. And I'm actually going to hold on to that. I'm not going to equip it yet. Because there might be a helm that we could equip later that I want to get from... That might be better than the Magician's Mark. Although I highly doubt that. But, you know, just in case. Let's see. What is the next location? Okay, next building is the Ikebukuro building. So we need to head to Ikebukuro. Back to the teleporter. Which means we have to head all the way back to this place. Actually, let's not. Let's use a triport instead. And this, I believe, takes us all the way back to a terminal. Oh, that's a pretty useful spell. That's a really useful one. I like it. Okay, so we need to head to Ikebukuro. Thankfully, it's not a pretty big place, so we can find the exit no problem. I think it's literally one of these locations. Encounters. Oh my god, so many encounters. He literally almost killed my salamander. Thankfully, we found the exit. Pretty ballsy right there, pretty ballsy. But I don't care. I live by the edge. Literally out the edge myself. So, exit the map, head due south, and you'll come to a small building in the middle of some white buildings. Oh, there it is, literally right there. At least I think this is the area? There's like 2 buildings. Whatevs. So, we need a 1/8 moon. Thankfully, we're literally almost at the 1/8 moon, so there we go. Next location. Tell me about it, it's magical. Wait, are you referring to my... Oh, you're referring to my voice, aren't you? Oh, man. You guys, you're adorable. It's a lot higher than I expected. Yeah, I get that a lot too, Dylan. I don't know. I also get that it's very monotone, although, you know, nothing really I can do about that. Well, tomorrow's Friday, so I'll probably stay up. Well, good news, actually, since tomorrow is Day of the Dead, I actually don't have any plans tomorrow, so who knows, I might actually stream again, maybe in the middle of the day. Maybe, who knows, maybe. Hopefully I don't stream like late at night again like it is right now. It's literally Wow, it is literally 10 o'clock right now at night. People are probably sleeping in the other rooms and I'm just yelling about. But yeah, alright. This is the next location, so... Ooh, this place is actually pretty interesting in terms of the place, in terms of the items that you can get. So, if you come in here when it's not in a 1/8 moon, you get a Sonic Blade on the left, and Ame no Nuboko on the middle, and the Yashuka Sword on the right, which I think we already have, so we don't really need that. As for the special, the left is yet another Renkai no Ken, so... we don't really need it because we already have a Renkai no Ken, so that's automatically out. The middle is a Makin Muramasa. Ooh, Muramasa. I recognize that name. So, Makin Muramasa. Makin. Wasn't that the name of another Shin Megami Tensei game? Or not a Shin Megami Tensei game, more like an Atlus game in general. I'm pretty sure they made a game with the title Makin in it. It was like one of SMT's more obscure games, really. Yeah, they really had a lot of games. Mostly Japanese exclusive, but you know. Thankfully nowadays we pretty much get whatever Atlus releases here in the West. So, you know, it works out for us, really. Although there is still a bunch of Shin Megami Tensei games that are still Japanese exclusive, even in terms of fan translations, like Devil Summoner, the original 1996 Devil Summoner, and what other game? The PSP version of Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. Those games are just Japanese exclusive. Like, no one has created a translation for them, and unfortunately, I'm starting to think the fan translation for the PSP version of Eternal Punishment will just never be released at this point. Which is unfortunate. Also, the right box contains a Majosen, if I didn't say that already. I don't think I mentioned that. Alright, so let's head back into the wiki. Let's see what these things are. I am positive that they are swords, so let's look at the sword, the sword list. Wait, what are you guys saying about Sonic? Sonic. I expected you guys to say something about the Spirit Sword, but not the Sonic Blade. Lucky Westerns. Good night, Scar. Finally, he's sleeping. Every time you swing it, it plays a distorted version of the Green Hill Zone theme. Oh god, can we not? I've already heard a distorted version of Can You Feel the Sunshine, and that version is official. I am surprised they made an official version of that. So let's see, the Makin Muramasa. Makin. Well, there's the Muramasa. Doesn't seem to have Makin in the name. Yeah, I guess that's just it. I guess Makin was just added in the Ordine translation? That's a little bizarre. Anyway. Also, I love how I just spelled it as Murasama instead of just Muramasa. Oh man. That just proves how tired I am right now. Wow, this thing has zero accuracy. This thing is pretty shit. It's a female-only weapon. It adds 2+ to the strength. And it hits from 0 to 8 times, so it's genuinely a decent weapon if it hits. But the accuracy is so horrible that it probably never hit. Oh yeah, that's just not worth it. Alright, what about the Majosen? Is the Majosen worth it? It's technically stronger. No, actually it's not stronger. It's actually... So the Muramasa was 130 attack power. The Majosen is 120. But hey, at least it has 3 points in accuracy. Ugh. These two weapons are pretty bad. You know, I'm curious, how good was the Sonic Blade? The Sonic Blade... 44 attack, 5 accuracy, hits 0 to 8 times, and +1 to strength. And it's a male-only weapon. Oh, no thanks. Malgrim is good where he's at. Malgrim is good with what he has right now. So, I don't know. Both of these are pretty shit. But if I were to go with one, I would probably go with the Majo-san. At least that has a chance of hitting, so... let's just go with that. We're getting a lot of swords. We're probably gonna have to sell most of these later. Who knows? But yeah, that's the next building done. Let's see what the next one is. Yep, Ikebukuro. Oh, there's another Ikebukuro building. North. Warp to directly northeast will be... oh, it's literally just next door. This one. Wait. The building you can see up north. Over there is sunshine. Oh wait, maybe this isn't the building. Maybe this is where you were originally entered in when you came to Ikebukuro. Yeah, that's probably it. Then where are we supposed to go then? Maybe that is the building? Maybe? I think it is. Okay, so what moon phase do we have to be this time? 5/8? Alrighty. Oh, do we have to see this cutscene every single time? That could be annoying. 5/8. Wait, is that technically just half moon? No way, it is 5/8. Alright. Yeah, that's right. 4/8 is technically the half moon. Okay. I was a little confused there for a second. So, let's see. Yeah, this is literally just the location that we went through to get here, so... where do we have to go in order to get to this building? Okay, so warp to Ikebukuro. Exit to the city map. Directly northeast will be a small yellow building. Enter it. Oh, wait, I remember now. There was a northeast building literally to the north, and god damn it, my stomach went off. Oh, guess we have to... well, let's actually not kill these things, because Salamander might die if we try. Yeah, let's heal him again. Thankfully Snow is powerful enough to have just one diorama be a full heal. Which is amazing, really. She doesn't even need the diorama, technically. Okay, so we're gonna have to go through the moon phases again. Okay, hopefully it doesn't change when we enter into the building, because I saw it. It might change? Maybe? Might? I don't know. Oh yeah, it didn't. Sweet! Okay, next building. Let's see. Oh no, you guys are resorting to JoJo memes again. I only know the Ora meme. And that's only because it reminds me of Knuckles from Sonic Adventure 2. For some reason, that game, its English dub, had a lot of Japanese terms in it. Sometimes they would say Yosh for no apparent reason. Knuckles would just say Ora whenever he dug. And oh, it was a really weird translation. Oh, I'm actually gonna have to go into the next page in order to do this. By God. Okay, so... oh yeah, the normal items you get from this are pretty pathetic. Stinger, Dragon ATM, and Poison Bottle. All offensive items. Not really great at all. What about the special? The oh wow, this I am probably going to butcher this translation. The Shichiseken. I know Seiken is Is that sword? No? Oh, what does Seiken mean? I forget. But yeah, I'm guessing it is a sword. So left. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop at Shichi. The middle is the Gay Bulge. Oh, that's an interesting weapon. If I remember my mythology correctly, I believe that is the lance that was used by Cuchulainn to slay a really powerful beast in Celtic mythology. It was also known to be a weapon that can literally stop a heart. No, not stop, literally explode a heart on contact. It explodes your heart, which I believe is somewhat what Gay Bulge is meant to mean in Celtic language. I think it's meant to be like heart stopper or something. And the right is the Higyo Sanko. Another thing that I have no idea what it is. Okay. So chances are one of these swords are probably just going to be a Chaos Alignment weapon, so we won't really have to worry about that. So let's see the wiki page again. Why can't Sonic dubs be more weebooish again? Well, there's actually a genuine reason for that, Green Raccoon. It's because Japan doesn't really like Sonic. It's more so of a Western thing or a European thing nowadays. I mean, Sonic did have its popularity back when it was like Sonic Adventure, and also during the Sonic X anime. Sonic X was really popular in Japan, but for some reason, you know, nowadays, Sonic has basically just been mostly a Western icon. He's really not regarded in Japan as something popular anymore, which is kind of sad, really, but, you know, that is unfortunate. Alrighty, so let's look for the Gay Bulge first. Oh, literally found it, just like that. So the Gay Bulge is 90 attack, 40 accuracy, hits 2 times, female only, magic 2. Might be good, might be good. So we'll consider that. Yeah, excuse me. As for the Chichiseiken, oh, that might be translated differently in this list. Let's see. There's a Longinus in this game. Holy shit, I need to get that. Yeah, I can't find the Shichiseiken, so that's unfortunate. As for the Higyo Sanko, that is also nowhere to be found. Oh wait, here it is. Holy shit, it's weaker than the Gay Bulge. 87 attack, 5 accuracy, and it only hits 1 time. Yeah, not worth it. Higyo Sanko, no thank you. What alignment is the Gay Bulge? It is all. Okay, so that's good. We can actually use it. As for the Shichiseiken though, I have no idea what it is, so let's actually just, you know, just because, let's see what it does exactly. If it's even equipable if we're a law alignment. It's probably not, so, you know, if it's not, then we won't care whatsoever. Is it a Malgrim weapon? It is. Is it a snow weapon? Because if it's not a snow weapon, then I don't give a shit. It isn't! That is perfect. That means we won't even have to bother learning about what alignment it is, although I am genuinely curious if it's a law alignment weapon. Ah, probably is. But it's really shit compared to the Hino Kagutsuchi, so no thank you. So I guess we're going with the Gay Bulge. I am not going to make a joke about his name. I'm literally way too tired to make a joke about that. So thankfully this isn't a cursed item, so we can technically equip it right now. Let's equip it to Snow and see just how more powerful it is. In terms of the... Oh, wow. In terms of the Spirit Sword is technically more powerful. Although, I question how many times the Spirit Sword actually hits. Let's see. The Spirit Sword only hits one time. The Gabulge only hits 2 times. So ultimately, the Gabulge is better than the Renkai no Ken. Alright, well, good to know, I guess. I'll keep that in mind once we clear out all of these buildings. So that's it for that building. Let's head to the next one. Man, this is probably taking forever to go through. I knew you guys would make a joke about it. I just knew it. I know you guys so well. So why don't you watch JoJo? It's really good and full of memes. Well, that's kind of the reason why I don't really feel like watching it. Dylan. I'm sorry, I accidentally called you Green Raccoon. Mostly because it is just filled with memes. I am kind of not really interested in it. It's unfortunately the exact same thing that happened with Final Fantasy VII. I never gave it a chance because of its overrated popularity that I just didn't want to watch it at all. And it's unfortunate because, you know, Final Fantasy VII was a great game for all the reasons that not many people were talking about because it wasn't because of it being just a genuinely great game. You know, it's overrated for a reason is what I'm trying to say. And you know, JoJo might be a great anime in of itself, but at this point I'm just I'm so sick of the memes. Yeah, so maybe when the popularity dies down, I might consider watching JoJo. I mean, it is technically in some groups it is considered the precursor to Persona, so you know, I might genuinely like it. I mean, I gave Final Fantasy VII a chance, I might as well give JoJo a chance. So the next building is in Ginza, so let's head to Ginza. Oh, that sounded really weird when it sped up. Are we close to the exit? I have no idea. Warp to Ginza and exit the city map. Wait, isn't the city map all the way to the right side of the screen? It is, isn't it? It is. Oh, damn. This means we're gonna have to go all the way throughout Ginza. This is just perfect. Actually, screw that. Let's see, trying to think. Where did we go to after Ginza? We headed through Shinagawa? I believe it was Shinagawa that we went through. Or was it Ikebukuro? No, we had to go through Ginza in order to get to Shinagawa. I remember now. Okay. So I think I may just figured out a better solution to this. I'm gonna warp to Shinagawa. And here I can actually use the Messiah Church because Salamander is starting to run out of MP. I might as well just refill it now while I'm here. Yeah, I don't care about you guys. I'm literally just gonna escape from this battle. Oh, thank goodness for the fast forward feature. And you know what? I don't want to kill any Messiahs because that might, unfortunately, affect my alignment for the worst. Wow, this song sounds really weird when sped up. It's the chorus trying to catch up with the high-paced melody that makes it really funny. Oh, what are you guys doing in the chat now? I mean, I know that's what the chat gets when you stream, but you didn't have to call us out, Baka. Wait, I called you guys out? Oh, right, yeah. Well, it's because you guys are just so easy. You guys are so easy to read. It's not even a challenge, really. Wow, you can't even remember your... I'm sorry! I just start calling you D from now on. Just because. Just because. Okay, seriously, these encounters are so annoying. Can we just get out of this place, please? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's. Oh, I think I actually saw the bridge that they were building to get to the Basilica on the right side of the overworld. Yeah, there it is. I guess that's how we get to the Basilica. Well, we could do that right now, but I actually want to go through this real quick. So let's see. Where was the location we took to get to Ginza? I believe it was through the Red Mansion, so let's have Salamander cast another Astoma again and go through the... Oh, that's right! We did technically have this to deal with. So yeah, during our journeys we were actually going through certain mansions that had these doors, and these certain sealed doors would activate when we walked to it with the 4-door gem, which we did get in Shinagawa. So, let's save state first, and then we head inside the door, because I'm pretty sure this is going to lead to a boss battle. Komokuten. Oh, that's the guy that we were going to fuse with with the Vritra at one point. Alright, well, we found him. You are no ordinary human. Coming this far indeed, I can tell you are quite courageous. However, you are but mere humans. I shall demonstrate that you can never compare to the power of the Guardians. Kishin Komokuten. So I didn't expect to actually get into a plot-related battle at this point in the live stream. So, oh well, I guess we're just gonna roll with it. It's okay to. Oh my God, you guys, you guys are literally hugging each other. There's actually a deity called Wait, what is that? There's actually a deity called Umbrella in Baldur's Gate. You'll never guess her nickname. The Bitch Queen. Yes, even her really? Even her followers call her the Bitch Queen? And she doesn't even care, right? Oh man. I'm loving her already. Man, I really need to buy Baldur's Gate. Thankfully, I'm getting paid this week, so fingers crossed I can afford it. Wow, I just realized something. This boss battle is such a joke that it's not even playing the normal boss battle music. It's just playing the battle music. That is unfortunate. And as we'll see right now, yeah, this guy can't do shit. In fact, we can probably auto battle this. Yep, literally. We two-stocked this guy. We literally two-stocked him. Deity my ass. Would you believe that that's actually a plot-related battle? That we're actually supposed to do that in a later point in the plot? Yeah, I didn't believe it either. But according to the guide, we're actually supposed to fight those things later, because it'll actually be an important plot-related thing. I won't spoil it now, but you know, we have technically fought 2 of them. There are 4 out there. And something tells me that we won't have to deal with this one afterwards, so, you know, we knocked him out while we could. So, looks like we don't have to come back here ever again. Literally, the last one we fought, I think it was Bishamonten. I literally had no idea we could fight these things, you know, this early. As long as we had the 4-door gem, we could fight them whenever we wanted, and that's like... Wow, that's actually like an open world gameplay mechanic. You can literally fight these bosses and not have any penalty to it whatsoever. Also, where the fuck are we? I'm literally lost in this place. I think this is where we came in, maybe? What's this? Let's see what happens if we enter in this port. Did I literally just say port? I meant part. Wow, I am so tired. Okay, yeah, so that takes us back to Shinagawa. So I guess the exit is this way, maybe? Maybe, I don't know. Where the fuck is the exit? I can't find the exit. Is this really just a one-way area? Oh, I think it is. I think I went into the wrong building, didn't I? Let's see, let's see. Yep, there's no other exit. I went into the wrong building. We're not supposed to be here. This was literally supposed to be the location we were going to for just that battle. Yeah, we literally came over here just for that battle. And our stoma ran out. Isn't that just perfect? Well, hey, at least we dealt with that boss, so we won't have to come back here at a later date. So I guess yay. I guess that's something. Maybe it's this building that we're supposed to go to. Yeah, I think this is the place that leads to Ginza, so let's take this place. Nope, and she deserves the name because she's an evil goddess. Again, I love her already. And I don't even know what she looks like. Ranting about story-related stuff. The fuck are we? I know, right? Like, literally, we weren't supposed to be there at this moment. It's like... I think we got lost. Oh look, a random boss battle. And we don't even know about dealing with the... We don't even know about the plot-related thing that leads us to those bosses yet. So literally, that was just a random boss battle out of nowhere. Oh man. I love that. I love when I just screw stuff up like that. I probably shouldn't fight you guys, considering you are Messians, and that might affect my alignment. Yeah, I'm still being paranoid about that. You know, any shift in my alignment could effectively change the course of this route. So, don't want to do that. Oh, I accidentally pressed the home button on my computer. Maybe the entrance is this way? No, it is not. Okay. Finding the entrance is gonna be a bit of a drag, Oh great, so that Lamia battle was basically useless. Hey, it's the Yoma. Oh, how I wish I had that map button feature. Oh, how I wish I had you. Where's the exit? Hopefully there is an exit in this place. Maybe it was a staircase? Don't tell me. Don't tell me I effectively missed a staircase over here. Don't tell me this was actually a staircase. No, it was a box. Okay. Then where the fuck are we supposed to go through? Seriously, where is the exit to this place? I thought this would be quicker. Okay, maybe we should just run for this battle. Okay, that's better. You know, I have half a mind to just use an Estoma right now. And you know, I'm probably will. Okay, let's just use an Estoma. I don't really care at this point. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I just want to get out of here. That's basically how Malgrim is thinking right now. Okay, maybe it's to the northwest side of this place. There we go. Alright, here's the staircase. And don't tell me it takes us all the way back to Ginza, doesn't it? Then where the heck is the Ginza building? exit the city map directly to the southwest and to the small yellow building. Okay, but where exactly do we exit through the southwest? Where exactly is the city map? Where is the exit to this place? That seems to be it over there. Okay, maybe this might be a faster way to get through this area? I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, we already dealt with that dude. You know what, screw it, I'm gonna look up the... I'm gonna look up the Ginza map, because I am tired of this, of just dealing with not knowing where I'm supposed to go, so let's let's look at the map. Sequence breaking, fuck the... That's basically what we did, Green Raccoon. Ugh, I literally can't talk right now. We sequence broke the boss. There we go. Let's see. Okay, let me open up the comp. Okay, so we're here. I think? Maybe? Yeah, we're here. Okay. That area to the left with the U on it takes us to the B1 floor. Okay. So where are we supposed to go in terms... Where do we go? How do we get out of this city? I want to get out of here. Okay. Maybe this might not have been a good idea. Screw it. Let's just go back to the terminal and see if I was really just being a dipshit. If I was, you know, I'm kind of used to that by now. So let's see if this exit that's literally right in front of the terminal will take us to the outside. No, it does not. It takes us to the Great Fork, which is not where we're supposed to go to. There is a stair to the first floor. There's a first floor? I didn't even know there was a first floor in this area. Okay, so apparently, maybe we're supposed to head to the first floor that leads us to... I don't know. I am literally just going off of instinct at this point. Instinct and an FAQ guide, thankfully. But I don't know what to do anymore. Hopefully I'm actually going in the right direction, and I'm not just being a dipshit like I always am. I'm pretty sure I never went through this area. Let me see. Did I actually go up to the north of this area? No, I did not. This is literally all new to me. Okay. No wonder I have no idea where to go. Oh, who's this? If the cathedral is complete, God himself will descend to earth there, and shall save his children all over the world. Shinagawa is to the south. Go there and visit the head Messiah Church. Are we heading to the Basilica now? No, this can't be it. Yeah, she said to head to Shinagawa. Wait a minute. There was a whole floor in Ginza that I never knew about. There was literally a whole first floor I didn't know existed. Yeah, that's basically my mind being blown. I had no idea there was an extra floor to this place. And there was a Messiah Church right here too. Oh my god, I never went here before. And I guess if I never went through this side quest, I probably never would have gone here either. Well, so this is just a good learning experience for all of us. You know, I would be more mad, but, you know, again, I expect this from me. What are you guys saying in the chat? Going through side quests. Oh, how did I get? Oh, how did we get to the final fucking boss? You know, Dylan, that probably would happen, wouldn't it? Alright, well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Yeah, I've never been in this area before. This is literally all new to me. Jesus Christ. How did I not know about this? Well, either way, let's figure out what we're gonna do. What are these buildings anyway? Did he just... I think these all just lead back to Ginza. I think that's pretty much all it is. Kokyo. Wow, literally. Hey, it's the Great Needle. It's the Tokyo Needle. That's cool. I didn't even know this thing was here. Shiba. I wonder what happens if I enter it. Wow, and that leads to Shinagawa. Wow, this is literally like in the center of Tokyo at this point. I kind of want to enter in this place, but something tells me that I probably shouldn't. This is a dungeon. This is another dungeon. Oh man, we're probably gonna have to come here later on. Although it does have dwarfs, so that's something. Dwarfs are like really weak demons at this point, so... Interesting, interesting. I did not know that the Tokyo Needle was even in this game. Alright, so let me check the Restoration Building FAQ again. Where exactly do we need to go now? Because now we can actually do this. Finally. Warp to Ginza, exit to the city map. Directly to the southwest will be a small yellow building. So it's either this or this. Well, we need to enter it on a new moon, so let's just wait until it's the new moon. There we are. Alright. Is this the area? Yes, it is. Alright. Finally, we made it to the next restoration building. Alright. Now we can actually look at what equipment we can get from here. Okay. So the normal equipment is... Ooh, it's actually all the stuff that was from a previous building. The Magician's Mask, the Moonbeam String, and the Suahosho Helm. Interesting. So if you didn't get any of those in the previous building, you can probably get them here. But we're not going to get those. We're going to get the special equipment. So as for the special, the left is... Oh my god. It's literally called the Headhunter Spoon. Again, that's another name I heard in Persona 1. But I didn't think it was actually real. I thought it was something for the translation. Headhunter Spoon. I kinda want to know the mythology reference to that. I kinda want to know what that is. As for the middle, that is the Luna Blade. That sounds pretty cool. Luna Blade. And the right is the Soul Blade. Soul Fist. We probably could use a Soul Fist if we get this. Alright, some pretty cool sounding weapons. Maybe these might be better than the Gables. Who knows, who knows. Headhunter Spoon. Yep, it's literally the Headhunter Spoon. Shiba Park from Devil Survivor. Oh, Shiba Park is a location in that game. Interesting, interesting. Oh, Devil Survivor. That's another game I need to play. All in due time, all in due time. So, as for the Headhunter Spoon, if it's even here. Also, I just saw 7-star sword. That is a thing in this game. Interesting. If I remember my Chinese mythology correctly, or Chinese history, that is the sword used by Cao Cao in his assassination attempt against Dong Zhuo. It's interesting to me considering I'm a Dynasty Warriors nut. Alright, well, Headhunter is a thing. I guess Spoon was just a Ordine translation? I don't know. But looking at it now, it's pretty shit. It has 120 attack, 25 accuracy, it hits 0 to 1 time. Not really all that great. And it's a cursed weapon too, so that automatically makes it pretty bad. As for the Luna Blade though, that is 140 damage, 5 accuracy, it hits 2 times, female only, and intelligence plus 3. I would prefer to get a weapon that hits more than 2 times. So now as for the Soul Blade, it's pretty similar to the Luna Blade, except it has 20 more points in attack, and instead of 5 accuracy, it's 40. So technically the Soul Blade is better than the Luna Blade, but even then, it only hits 2 times. It's not really all that worth it. But even still, it's better than anything else on this list, so Soul Blade it is. I guess we are gonna be like Morgan after all. Well, that one was pretty easy. It was pretty easy to choose from that restoration building, considering it was the hardest one to get to. Of course stuff like that happens. Alright, well thankfully the next restoration building is literally to the north of here. Like literally this one right here, this building. And we need to be at a 2/8 moon here, although there are some interesting weapons if we go in there normally. Also, I should add, this is the final building. This is the final restoration building, so after this, we're going to be done with the side quest. Thank goodness. So, but this building, I might actually have to look at both the normal weapons and the special weapons, because there's actually some pretty interesting things there. While I write this down, let's look at the chat. Most of his background... Oh, I might actually have to look up. Actually, I have an OC for Sonic. He's a raccoon named Elliot Rose. Really, Green Raccoon. I like how his last name is Rose, considering my OC, my persona, is literally called Spirit Rosa. I mean, it's similar, but it's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. Elliot Rose, it has a nice ring to it. Most of his background is reliant on being the pre-reboot Archie continuity, but I could go over it if you want. Oh, please do, please do. I'm actually quite interested in what he's about. And pre-reboot Archie, you say? I haven't really read much of the Sonic comics, but I've always wanted to get into them. You know, some people might complain that the story for the Archie comics, especially before the Genesis reboot, was more so hit and miss. But honestly, I was kind of interested in what they were going with in terms of story arcs. Yeah, I probably should get into those comics one of these days. Definitely. So, writing them down now, the normal weapons that you can get from this area, you know, without going into the correct moon phase. The left box would be the, I guess this would be a sword, the Kikutsui Kodachi. I think we might have a weapon similar to that, but don't quote me on it. Maybe. As for the middle box, that will give you the Cat O' Nine Tails, or Cat of Nine Tails, which is a pretty famous whip known to have 9 different... sometimes they would have blades at the end, sometimes not, but it basically has 9 different ends to it. It's also a really great weapon in Shin Megami Tensei 2, and one that I will definitely get whenever I play that game. The Cat O' Nine Tails. Oh, it's too bad Scar wasn't here to hear this. Yeah. And the right is the Renki no Ken, which we're not going to get because we already have a Spirit Sword. As for the special weapons, though, there are actually only two choices for the special weapon: the left box and the middle box. The left box contains a Lotus Wand, which, interestingly enough, I did actually research up a Lotus Wand recently. I was looking up certain magical items that I could add to some of my OCs, and Lotus Wand was actually one of them. It's basically like a multicolored wand with a lotus at the end, with a lotus carved at the end, and it's meant to, I believe one side is meant to conjure, the other is meant to banish, so that's pretty cool. As for the OC that's going to use that Lotus Wand, I still haven't made him yet. I have made his design, but you know, it's sort of a rough draft. But the special version of the middle box, interestingly, contains, well, ironically actually, you know, considering our alignment, it ironically contains the Longinus, which is the spear that pierced Christ's side and caused him to ooze blood for all eternity. So, you know, interesting that the sword that killed Christ, or spear that killed Christ, would be given to us. I find that a little hilarious thinking about it. But yeah, those are the weapons, so let me open up the wiki and we can look at exactly what is good or not. He was one of the people who escaped Mercia when Robotnik attacked and placed Mordred Hood in charge after killing the king. He got separated from what was left of his family when he looked for Amy. Wait, Mercia. Oh, I recognize that name. I was thinking, wait, Mercia? Do I know that place? And yeah, I do. I actually did a bit of research of the Archie comics like years ago. And yeah, Mercia, I believe that's the place where Amy Rose was from. You know, where she was birthed from. Isn't her cousin also the king of Mercia? I think, what was his name? He was like a blue Sonic in a Robin Hood like getup. It was like something O. Robbo? I think it was Robbo. Robbo the Hedge? Robbo the Hedge, I think that's what it was. Because he did also appear in one of the later issues that involved Scourge the Hedgehog. Which, by the way, I love Scourge the Hedgehog. Yeah. So, Mercia, that's pretty interesting. I don't know who Mordred Hood is, though. But, However, he managed to save her walking in an eldritch ritual and slew the cultist. Oh my god, that sounds really dark. However, he lost the use of his left arm, saving the 1-year-old Amy. I know this sounds too edgy, but it lightens up. Hey, you know what? Some stories need a bit of edge, in my opinion. A bit of edginess, it goes a long way. I mean, heck, we play Shin Megami Tensei. Of course, edginess will be good. However, a storm forced Elliot to lose Amy, and found himself in the care of an old Mercian guard named Jonathan Delago. Ooh, interesting. And I guess Amy eventually ended up in Knothole, I guess. So, that's actually a pretty interesting OC, Green Raccoon. I kind of like his backstory. And you know what? I do genuinely want to learn more about him. See, the edginess actually pulled me in and made me invest in his story. You know, edginess. I don't really like the word edgy, but you know, it fits. A bit of edginess definitely can go a long way when designing a story like that. So, you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, so as for the swords, the first one that we should look at is the Kikuchi Kodachi. Let's see. Kikuchi Kodachi. I don't think that's in this, unfortunately. Kagusuchi, Kurikara, Karyuken, Rajiken. There's a lot of Kens in these swords. But yeah, I don't seem to find the Kikuchi Kodachi, so that's unfortunate. What about the Kato Ninetails? How good is that? Well, obviously it's a whip. 78 damage, 20 accuracy, it hits 2 to 8 times. Yep, that's the beauty of whips. Female only, but it's a neutral weapon, which means we can't equip the Kato Ninetails. Well, that's unfortunate. So I guess I have to cross that out. Oh well. So I guess instead, let's look at the special weapons. The Lotus Wand and the Longinus. The Lotus Wand, if I can find it. Oh, I was able to manage to find the Kikuchi Kodachi. It's a female weapon. It adds 1 to luck, and ultimately it's not really that great. Yeah, it's not a great weapon. So yeah, let's not even bother with that. Man, if we were neutral, I would totally go for the Kato Ninetails because it hits 8 times, 2 to 8 times. That's amazing. Oh well. Lotus Wand. Okay, let's see what the Lotus Wand does. 138 damage. 130 damage, 10 accuracy. Hits 3 to 5 times. Ooh, not bad, not bad. It can be equipped by both. It's equipped for all alignments. And it's +3 to strength. That might actually be good. That's actually not a bad weapon, you know? Substituting it for the Kato Ninetails might not actually be that bad. But let's see what the Longinus has in terms of its stats. So Longinus is more powerful. It's 165 damage, 20 accuracy, but it unfortunately only hits 1 time. So that is a definite no for the Longinus. And considering we're technically law alignment, I don't think we should be wielding the sphere that pierced Christ. I think we should just go with a Lotus Wand. So Lotus Wand it is. Under Jonathan's care, Elliot slowly gained some semblance of normal life. Until the topic of Amy came up 12 years later. In present time, Elliot finally started to look for his long-lost sister. Aww. But yeah, there was more to write, but there wasn't enough space, so I couldn't make it a deconstruction of the edgy trope that I want. Oh, that's fine, Green Raccoon. I can understand that there's definitely more to an OC than just a basic description of it. You know, there's development that goes with it, and you know, the overarching story that accompanies with the OC. So yeah, I can totally bet that there's more to Elliot than what you described, but you know, from what you did describe there, I'm definitely invested. You know, I'm certainly interested in learning more, so you know, you should definitely continue working on him, you know. Oh man, it's a shame that you're not able to use Discord on your phone, because if so, I would so invite you to the RP servers that I'm in, and pretty much everyone that joins my chat is in. Oh my god, Dylan got an energy bar. Yes! Unfortunately, I'll be stopping the live stream soon, literally after this, because, you know, we're pretty much done with the side quest after this. So, the left box. Again, that was my mind exploding. Yeah, so apparently we don't have enough room to carry any more equipment. In that case, let's make some room. What do we not need? What do we not need? I don't want to get rid of anything really, because I want to start selling some things. But you know what? If I need to get rid of something, it would probably be the luck incense. I mean the life storms, the life stones. So yeah. Honestly, we really don't need the life stones anymore at this point. We're pretty much okay in terms of negotiations and demons. Yeah, we really don't need them at all. So, left box, was it? There we go, the Lotus Wand. And with that, we're finally done with the side quests. Everything that we got from the restoration buildings is now in our grasp, which means we can finally equip these things. So let's go to Snow real quick and start equipping all the stuff that we got for her. First, we should start with the Lotus Wand, and look at that. Fucking look at that. Amazing. Look at that. It adds 3 to strength. That is exactly what I wanted. So I'm definitely keeping the Lotus Wand on her. Again, if I had as much space as I wanted, the tone would have been more lighthearted. Granted, it would start super edgy, but it would get more lighthearted as it went along. Oh, I agree, especially from what I remember of the Archie comics from my little research of it. Yeah, that is definitely an accurate description of that as well. So let's see. After the Lotus Wand, I think the Magician's Mask? Yeah. And yeah, that technically makes us cursed, unfortunately. So yeah, we can't equip anything to our head anymore. But you know, having the Magician's Mask, that's good enough. And I think that's it. No wait, the Majosen. Maybe. Oh no wait, that's a sword. Never mind. So yeah, just equip the Lotus Wand and the Magician's Mask, and that's pretty much it for Snow. As for Mogrim though, I don't really know if there's anything else we can equip on him. Yeah, he's pretty much okay. So mostly the restoration building side quest was more so just to get the Lotus Wand and the Magician's Mask. Everything else is basically useless, and we're pretty much going to sell everything else. What just what's going on? Oh, that's right. That's because we're cursed. Okay. I don't want to deal with this bullshit. So let's... Maybe there's a way we can actually get rid of this curse. So let's head to... Oh my god. Because she's cursed, she technically can't use the, her Traport spell. So, you know what? Oh, and I can't even do anything about it because I save stated after the... Well, that's unfortunate. Can I do this? Nope. Literally, I'm stuck with just the Lotus Wand. Okay, well, looks like I'm unfortunately cursed for now. Or not. No, wait, that wasn't the Lotus Wand, that was the Magician's Mask. I'm stupid. I literally just said that the Magician's Mask was cursed. No, the streaming's almost over. Well, yeah, we did kind of stream for like 3 whole hours. Wow, has it really been 3 hours? God damn. That is... It's probably the longest stream I've done so far. And it's 11 o'clock right now. God damn. Okay, maybe I should start it, ending it soon. So yeah, before we equip the Magician's Mask, let's teleport back to the terminal. We're gonna see if we can do something about this, and I don't think we can. Wait, first we need to actually head into a dungeon first. The Ginza dungeon, and immediately use the Traport spell. Now, if I'm right, this will take us back to Tokyo Destiny Land. There we go. The way the Traport spell works is that it basically teleports you to the last location of where you saved. And since I technically have been just using save states, I haven't actually saved, like legitimately saved, in the terminals yet. We'll do that after we deal with this little business right now. It's 2 a.m. Oh my god. Dylan, really? It's 2 a.m.? My goodness. You know, you really should be going to bed by now. Unless, you know, unless you also don't have school, considering tomorrow's Day of the Dead. But, you know, if you do have school though, for shame, for shame. Alright, well, before we do this, let me actually figure something out real quick. Save state everything. And then, equip. Let's equip the Magician's Mask on Snow real quick. Have her be cursed. And then we'll undo the curse in the Messiah Church. Now let's see if this actually takes the curse off of the weapon in general. If it doesn't, then I see. Okay, so what the curse actually does, so what this actually does is it inflicts a curse on Snow, and unfortunately she can't use any of her magic, any of her attacks. She's literally just cursed, and her, which is caused by the Magician's Mask, and unfortunately that means that the Magician's Mask is basically useless. It's basically just a dummy, it's a trick. It's basically just a dummy equipment that you just can't use whatsoever. If that's the case, then why does that even exist? Why is, like, certain weapons like that as well? Seriously, I am so confused by this. Well, either way, I guess that means we can't really use the Magician's Mark, so if that's the case, then we might as well just sell it. Hey, at least it'll be some good Maka, so you know, it won't really be going to waste. So before we end the live stream here, I'm actually just going to sell all of my weapons real quick. All of the weapons that we don't need, really. Except for the Renkai no Ken. Maybe I'll do the Sword Fusion side quest off screen, maybe. But, you know, that's a big maybe. It was already a stretch doing the whole Sword Fusion side quest for the Hino Kakutsuchi. And I really don't feel like going for really rare demons just to do this one again. So yeah, that's probably a big no. Man, this thing gives out a ton of Maka. In fact, I'm already at plus 60,000. No, literally 600,000. Wow, 600,000 Maka. You know, that was actually a limit that I was going for at a certain point, because the guide actually says that you need a certain amount of Maka once you get to the Basilica dungeon. You need at least 600,000 Maka to afford some of the best guns in the game, and that was something I was actually going to do off screen, but it looks like I don't have to, considering just selling all of those equipment that we don't need at all literally gave us all that Maka anyway. So in a way, I guess the Sword Fusion side quest, not Sword Fusion, the Restoration building side quest was actually useful after all. We technically got a lot from it, so yeah, I guess this is pretty much where we can call it off. Yeah, fuck it, I love your oh, Dylan, you're awesome. You know that? You're awesome for saying things like that. But yeah, so today we finally got through the Tokyo Destiny Land. We are finally locked into the law alignment. And we dealt with what was probably the longest side quest in the game, even longer than the Sword Fusion side quest. And you know what? There is one more side quest that we need to do, and this one will actually be done probably in the next part, maybe the part after that. This is going to be a pretty interesting side quest, judging from its title. Lord of Flies. Think I might know what that means. But yeah, this has been a great part, and it's great to be back after the 2 week hiatus, and it's nice to see you guys, very supportive and coming to watch again. It warms my heart to see you guys just to see that I can make you guys happy or entertained. That's really all I ask for when I do these. So big thanks to all of you who joined at all, or even just watched for a little bit. Thank you to all of you. So no, not the flies. I know, right? Thankfully though, Moglin will probably not be turned into a fly this time. So I think this is the perfect place to end it. I have been Spirit RoseWolf, and I will continue to be Spirit RoseWolf in the next part of Shin Megami Tensei 1. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.